wish we could use OBS. Okay, we're going to try this again. I tried using OBS. I had no idea what I was doing. And if nobody watches this, that's fine, because that's kind of on me. There was one of me going, and then there was one of us talking for like 5 seconds, but it was really laggy. I was going to originally say we could watch Press Your Luck.
Yeah.
The game show. No whammies, no whammies, stop. But I want to be able to share my screen.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And I haven't figured out how to do that yet. So instead, we're going to talk about the Tylenol murders.
Yeah.
Come on. Say your line.
What? Oh, murders.
Murder, you say. Wow. Line. Okay, we're going to try this again.
Wasn't that a show?
Yeah, The Office.
No, what's my line anyways?
Whose line is it anyway?
Oh, yeah.
Well, there was an old British version, but the newest one, I guess, was Drew Carey.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody, Wayne Brady.
Yeah, Wayne Brady.
Ryan Stiles, by far, was the funniest one out of all of them.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. The date was September 29th, 1982, October 1st. I did it British style where I do the year and then the day. Location, Chicago, Illinois, in the metropolitan area. Victims, 7 victims, including one 12-year-old girl.
That's
sad. Cause of death, cyanide poisoning. The product involved was extra strength Tylenol capsules, which we take every day. Well, not every day.
Capsules?
Yeah. Yeah, they used to have capsules. Do they still have capsules?
Well,
you know, where you twist.
Yeah, they do, but I thought it was the liquid.
It says capsules.
Okay.
The case status currently is unsolved. Here's the victims. Mary Kellerman was the 12-year-old girl. She died on the morning of September 29th after taking Tylenol for a sore throat. Adam Janus, 27, died later that day after taking Tylenol for chest pain. Stanley Janus, Adam's brother, collapsed and died after taking Tylenol at Adam's house. Teresa Janus, Stanley's wife, also took Tylenol at the house and died. So 3 people from this family died from taking Tylenol in one day.
That is horrifying.
Mary McFarland, 31, died in her office lunchroom after taking Tylenol because she had a headache. Paula Prince, a flight attendant, found dead in her apartment. Mary Rayner, died after taking Tylenol following the birth of her 4th child. Right?
Aww.
Right? Who would do that? Anyway.
That's horrible.
The killer purchased Tylenol capsules, laced them with potassium cyanide, and then returned the bottles to store shelves. Cyanide is a fast-acting poison, and the victims collapsed and died within minutes from taking Tylenol. The tampered bottles were found in at least 6 stores across the Chicago area. So the investigation. Hundreds of investigators were brought in, FBI, FDA, ATF, and local police, and over 31 million bottles of Tylenol were pulled from store shelves nationwide.
Were they all tested?
Yeah, they probably just disposed of them. They're probably not going to test all 31 million, but they pulled them from store shelves, probably disposed of them.
What, just from Chicago or everywhere in the United States?
I can ask.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, that's why we're here, to dig deep. Were the recalled... Oh, gosh. No, recalled capsules all from Chicago?
Yeah. Well, it says they were all from Chicago. Oh, no, recalled. No, it didn't say that. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, it's thinking. While that thinks and gives us... Oh, wait, there it goes. Nope, still thinking. So we'll keep going until that is done.
Okay.
A nationwide panic ensued. People threw away Tylenol and stores removed all capsules from the shelves. I would throw it away too.
Oh, yeah.
I would have nothing to do with it.
The chance of death, even at 1%, like guaranteed a death, no.
And a $100,000 reward was offered. Despite extensive testing and interviews, no fingerprints, DNA, or solid leads were ever confirmed, and the killer's identity was never firmly decided. However, there was a suspect. Go ahead.
Back then, did they have children's Tylenol?
I'm sure. Hey, Google, When was children's Tylenol invented? Hello, person. I can't see from here.
Go Cubs.
Go Cubs. What did it say? 1955.
Okay.
So there was children's
There
Tylenol.
was children's Tylenol. Clearly, kids were not like targeted.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was wondering.
So the prime suspect was James William Lewis. He sent a ransom letter to Johnson & Johnson demanding $1 million in order for him to stop the murders. It was traced to New York City. He was arrested and later convicted not for murder, but for attempted extortion. So he was arrested for trying to get $1 million, not for the murders. He only served 13 years in prison. Though always considered the top suspect, no physical evidence ever tied him directly to the poisonings. He maintained his innocence until his death in 2023. What do you think about James?
Well, I don't think he did it.
I'm going to send this again because it did not work.
Really?
So, yeah, just this thinking.
Did James have any ties to Chicago?
You're going to ask questions, and I don't have follow-up stuff, so we're going to just try to wing it. I may have to jump to the phone, but that's okay. So let's do that. This is like work where I have to work on the fly when everything goes wrong. Okay, let's see if this works better here. That is not even what I was typing. Okay.
Hello all, just kind of watching and listening. Just had to say I love your channel. Aww. Ross Norris, Beth Purrier, you two are awesome. Ethan Wolf Legend, hello.
We are trying some
Ross
different
Norris,
things.
Be right back.
So tell me about Tylenol murder. I already forgot your question.
I asked if he had any.
But there was something before that. See, that's the problem. We forget what we say as soon as we say it.
But does he have any ties to Chicago?
Does the suspect, James, have any ties to Chicago?
Since you're saying it anyways, why don't you just use the microphone?
What, on what?
On the phone.
Wife rules number 5. Yes, James William Lewis, the main suspect in the Tylenol murders, did not have direct provable ties to Chicago at the time of the poisonings, but the situation is more complex than we originally thought. Lewis was living in New York City in 1982 when the Tylenol murders occurred. However, he had previously lived in the Chicago area, and investigators believed he knew the layout of the city well enough to potentially carry out the crime. After the poisonings, he sent a letter to Johnson. We know that.
Yeah.
Authorities suspect Lewis might have been trying to frame his wife's former employer in Chicago, adding a possible motive for choosing that city. Lewis had a history of mental instability. There's the key, right?
Yeah.
There's always mental illness. Okay, Lewis had a history of mental instability and criminal behavior. He created...
How was he not a deeper suspect than that?
Oh, tell me what you think.
Well, okay, he had ties to Chicago.
Yes.
He was already a suspect.
Yes.
And what was the last thing you said?
He had a history of mental instability?
No, the one after. Criminal activity?
He's trying to frame... Oh, yeah, he had criminal activity, and he was trying to frame his former employer, which was in Chicago, for the murders.
How...
And then he came out saying, well, if you give me $1 million, I'll stop. But yet they couldn't find any evidence. I'm not trying to say the police don't always know what they're doing, but there's been so many crimes that we look up and they're like, and this is, the police could do nothing about it. I'm like, they would have a photo, they have video, and they're like, no, we got nothing for it.
Yeah.
This is apple juice, just to be clear.
Okay, but do you agree with me?
I always agree with you because you're my wife, and if I don't, we know what happens next.
No. Like, really, though. He had ties to Chicago. He had motive. He had...
Should we address the elephant in the room?
What?
I know our sister-in-law is watching. We love you. We had a good time today. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to call you out. I know you get embarrassed. I'm not going to say your name, but you know who you are. Okay, go ahead. What were you saying?
Do you agree with me, though? There's a lot of evidence saying that he would be a strong suspect.
Well, yeah, but it's all circumstantial, right? Bum bum.
Okay, keep going then.
Okay, authorities suspected Lewis might have been trying to frame his wife. We already said that. He created detailed instructions on how to poison medications in a way that eerily matched how the Tylenol murders were carried out. So this dude had written plans like, this is how I would do it. Not that I did, but if I did, this is how I would do it.
Back in the 80s, could they not just arrest people and take them to court and a jury decide, or what?
I'm sure they probably... I don't know if he was ever arrested. We can ask that.
But why wasn't he? He should have been...
Because it's all circumstantial.
Everything is circumstantial. At the beginning, that's why they do an investigation.
Which they did, and they found no solid evidence.
Woo!
Okay, in later interviews, he repeatedly offered speculative theories that matched the details that were never released to the public, raising suspicions. So he's saying, like, in later interviews, well, you know, the killer might have done this, which matched what had happened, even though it was never publicly released.
Oh, goodness.
Still, despite years of investigation, no physical evidence ever linked him directly to the poison bottles, and he was never charged with the murders. He remained a person of interest until his death in 2023. So he just died like a couple years ago.
Yeah, that's pretty recent.
Now, as a kid from the 80s, I obviously, you know, I watched the news occasionally if my parents had it on, but I didn't care about the Tylenol murders.
In it.
For lack of a better word, I didn't care.
Yeah.
My wheelhouse was Three's Company's on. Oh, MASH is on. That's when I turn off the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, news is on. That's when I have to do something else besides watch TV. Like, who does something besides watch TV? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard. What do you think?
I think that James did it.
We have officially solved this case.
I think the evidence strongly points to him.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that they didn't even arrest him for questioning.
Well, they arrested him for questioning, but they found no physical evidence.
I mean, I wouldn't want somebody to...
All right, this is not working. I'm going to use the phone.
Okay.
You wouldn't want someone what?
I wouldn't want somebody to be arrested if they didn't do it, but at the same time, in this instance, it does seem like he's pretty guilty.
So if you're on a jury and, you know, they're like, we have no physical evidence, but this guy said this, and this, you would say he's guilty?
No, because it has... When you're on a jury, it has to be...
Beyond a reasonable doubt, right?
Yeah, beyond a reasonable doubt, which there was.
That's probably what the DA thought. Like, if we take this guy to court, we cannot prove this beyond a reasonable doubt.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So you didn't watch Saturday morning cartoons. Do you know any of these? He-Man?
I mean, I know because of you.
What do you know from He-Man? So we got a 90s girl, and I'm an 80s boy. So we're going to test our 80s knowledge. Tell me all your He-Man knowledge and go.
He had a sword.
He did have a sword.
He had a blonde mullet.
I mean, yeah. Who didn't rock the mullet?
You know I love a mullet.
Do you know what he said when he pulled out the sword?
The power invested in me.
So close. I'm so proud of you. So he was Prince Adam, which was kind of this bold cut, squirrely, nerdy guy. But when he...
Nerdy? He had huge muscles.
No, wait.
Oh, okay.
And he had I guess it was a lion. I don't know what he was. Cringer, the battle cat. But he was Cringer, which was this scaredy little tiger. Oh, I'm so afraid, Adam.
Wait, he turned into a cat.
Wait.
Okay,
no. Okay. Oh, girl. So we have Prince Adam. So picture blonde bowl cut, and nerdy guy.
Okay.
Kind of not very brave. And he has a cat, a pet cat, which is like as big as a tiger, but a scaredy cat.
So basically, Jasmine from Aladdin.
I'm going to look this up. And try not to get the meme version.
Okay.
So we're going to look up Prince Adam and show it to the one or two people that are here. Prince. But you know what? That's okay. We're doing this for us. So this is Prince Adam. Come on.
Why do you keep using the tablet? It sucks.
Because I can't pull it up on my phone and show everyone.
Okay.
So this is Prince Adam.
I mean, he looks pretty buff to me.
No, the light's not showing it. Can you guys see that? So yeah, he's got some muscle, but look, he's kind of dorky. He's got the 90s long t-shirt under a shirt.
Yeah.
And then when he pulled out his sword and said, by the power of Grayskull, he turned into He-Man.
Oh, okay.
So he wasn't He-Man all the time. Wait, I need that because that has our other topics on it.
Okay.
And then when he turned into He-Man, of course, his shirt goes away because you got to show the muscles.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There's nothing showing, but we'll do this.
Okay.
She's very concerned that I'm going to expose something.
Wow.
Like my Costco membership. Okay. Done.
Oh my goodness.
So then he turned into He-Man, and Cringer, he pointed his sword at Cringer, and it shot like this beam out.
Okay.
Cringer became the mighty Battle Cat, and I became
He-Man.
the most powerful man in the universe. Bum, ba, ba, bum, bum, ba, ba, na, bum, bum, bum.
Okay.
You're like, and my point is, this was 80s Saturday morning cartoons, because yesterday when we did a live stream, you said there was nothing about Saturday morning cartoons that you really remember.
Well, I didn't really watch them.
Thundercats.
Don't know.
Nothing. We'll skip it. Jim.
Truly outrageous.
What do you know about Jim? She also was similar to He-Man, that she turned into something else.
She did?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I remember
boy,
she
we're
was
going
on
on
a star, and she had a star over her eye, like silver.
Right.
And she said, "Jim, truly outrageous."
That was the theme song.
Yeah.
So Jim and the Holograms was her band name, was a widely colorful animated TV series from 1985 to 1988, aimed at girls, but absolutely loved by many. Anyway, that's the point. Her real name was Jerrica Benson.
Oh,
Jim
I
was
don't
Jerrica.
remember that.
Yeah, there's a deep lore. Okay, they made a Jim and the Holograms movie, and it was garbage because it totally took the lore of Jim out. So that's what we're going to talk about.
I don't think I ever watched it. I think I just saw like the preview for it kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jerrica runs Starlight Music and a foster home for girls. Didn't know that, did you? Yeah.
That's so great.
Jim's a good person. But when she became Jim, I should say Jerrica runs a foster home, her alter ego.
Okay.
But when she becomes Jim, she's the lead singer of Jim and the Holograms, a band with killer looks and catchy pop tunes. The show is packed with musical performances.
I love musicals.
Drama with rival bands. Do you know the rival bands' names?
No.
The Misfits. There is a real band called the Misfits.
I was gonna say, yeah, I know that there's a band called the Misfits.
There's also a TV show based in the UK called The Misfits.
Nice
Or
cardigan. That one?
If you guys haven't watched Misfits, it was a really, really good show, and you should watch it. It's on Hulu. Not sponsored.
Is that the one, though?
Yeah. With, what's his name? Oh. Okay, boy crush on that guy, right? Nate, what's his name?
I only remember the girl. She was also from Downton Abbey.
Yeah, Jessica Brown Finley.
Yeah.
So, okay, Downton Abbey.
Yeah.
Charlotte, what's her name?
What? No, it was
Chelsea?
No.
Carissa?
No. Mary.
Who did Jessica Brown Finley play on Downton Abbey? I thought it was Charlotte.
Really?
Yeah.
She's the one who married Tom.
Oh, Sybil.
Sybil.
Okay,
yeah.
So the scene where she has the baby and passes away.
Oh, heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking. You know what made it good?
No music.
No music.
Yeah.
No dramatics.
Yeah.
Just silence. And you watch this woman go through this devastating thing, right?
Yeah.
So
because
difficult.
her mom is there too, watching her.
Yeah, watching her daughter.
Away.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the emotion of her mom, like blaming her husband for making a bad decision, blaming herself for not standing up for her daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, rough.
Yeah, because her dad sided with that doctor that made the wrong call.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't watched Downton Abbey, you have to. You have to.
Yeah.
If you only watch that scene, pull it up on YouTube. If I knew how to share my screen, I totally would, because it is worth it.
Yeah.
But OBS was totally lost on me, and that's why we jumped back to straight streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. 90s. Let's
Okay.
go into your realm.
Okay.
What do you remember from the 90s? One thing that is your favorite thing. Is it going to be TGIF?
We talked about that last night.
Barely.
Okay. It was TGIF. This is why. Because every Friday, we would go to Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Yes. Little Caesars back
One square,
in
one
the 90s,
round.
Yes. You had one square pizza, one round pizza. So I thought that was, and it came in a long
paper bag.
box with a paper bag. Yeah. And then we also got one candy bar, and we also got one Shasta soda.
Which was a quarter.
And then we would go home and we would sit in the living room. We'd get our blankets and our pillows and watch TGIF while we had our snacks. And that was the one really great thing that I remember about my childhood. And it was like Family Matters.
Yep. We're going to ask. Go ahead. Tell me what you remember.
Step by Step.
With Sasha, right? Was that his name in the show?
Yeah. No, his real name was Sasha Mitchell.
What's his name in the show? He was a dingbat, but he was so funny, right?
Yeah, I don't remember. What else? Sabrina.
Boy Meets World.
Oh, Boy Meets World and Step by Step. Wait, Step by Step was the one with Sasha.
Yes.
What did I say?
I thought you said Step by Step.
Oh, I did.
Family Matters?
Family Matters.
With
I said
Urkel?
that, yeah.
Did I do that?
You know what?
I hated Urkel. Sorry, go ahead. You didn't like... Okay, go ahead.
I didn't like it when they did his like alter ego came into the show.
Oh, yeah, Stefan.
I thought it was him as an actor saying like maybe he felt insecure.
No, that is what it was. There was a news story about that he didn't like that he was always portrayed as a nerd, and he wanted to show how cool he was. It was his idea. That's true. That's
Are you
facts.
sure?
Yes.
Because later I read that it wasn't his idea and he fought it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, look it up because that's what I remember reading, and I thought because I thought it was his idea, it really was like a ick for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was gross, right?
Who cares who you are? You're a character.
If you're Urkel, rock Urkel.
Yeah.
It's like Screech, rest in peace from Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Rock your Screech.
And he did. You only knew he was like out there because later on he talked about it.
Yeah.
Had nothing to do with the show though. So, oh wait. Beth, per TGIF. Yes, I know.
Right? Jaleel White liked being to show.
Wait, what did you call him?
That's his real name, Jaleel White.
Wait, where do you see
Urkel's,
this?
No, that's his name. I'm not saying I guessed it.
Okay, wait.
I just know that's his name.
What is your favorite TGIF show you remember?
Boy Meets World, for me.
Because of Topanga?
No, I was not a Topanga stans. I kind of like the teacher, Mr. Clooney, right? Who doesn't want a role model like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not answering yet.
Okay.
Okay, it's fine.
Jaleel White,
Jaleel.
I literally just said that. You're like, what did you say?
It didn't sound like that. It sounded like you're saying Julio. So
Julio White.
Like Night at the Roxbury.
Emilio! The Mighty Duckman himself.
Okay.
Okay. He liked being able to show a different side of himself. Stefan was cool,
Ugh.
confident, well-dressed, and charming. The opposite of nerdy, clumsy Steve. Did I do that? It was a fun chance for him to play a character closer to his real personality. Well, there's some catchphrases you like, right?
Yeah.
Did I do that? How you doing?
How you doing?
Could you be any more ... Rest in peace, Matthew Perry.
Yeah.
Okay. So family matters. On the scale of 1 to 10, how cool was that for you? Like 5? Was that your favorite show?
No. Like 2 or 3. It was one of my least favorites.
Okay.
So
in the 80s, which I know you were more a 90s girl.
Yeah.
It was Perfect Strangers. Did you ever
Balky.
watch that? Yeah, with Balky.
Okay, I did. My mother loved that show.
With a classic theme song.
I'm Walking on Air.
What?
Oh, wait, that's Growing Pains.
Standing tall on the wings of whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I should know this one because you actually played it on your channel.
Okay, here's a better challenge for you.
Okay.
So you probably weren't in Perfect Strangers, but it was amazing with Cousin Larry.
Was he an
amazing
alien?
Show? No, he wasn't an alien.
Was that Alf?
Alf was an alien.
Okay.
Oh, girl. I mean, technically he was an alien because he was from a different country. But he wasn't an
Oh.
alien like Third Rock from the Sun aliens.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to sing a song.
Okay.
You tell me what it's from.
Okay.
Whatever happened to predictability?
That is Full House.
Yes. So
that was my most favorite show growing up.
That was the next one on the 80s version of TGIF. So Full House you like.
Wait, Full House was on TGIF?
It started in the 80s. Yeah, 88.
Okay. So I was like 9. That makes sense.
Favorite character from Full House?
Stephanie.
Okay.
How rude.
How rude. And You Got It Dude was Michelle, right?
Yeah.
And Oh My Lanta was Candace
DJ.
Cameron. DJ, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stephanie was my favorite too.
Yeah.
Well, Jodie Sweetin. Jodie
Sweetin
rocks.
Yeah.
Jodie, I know you're watching. You rock.
She's not watching. Maybe a Jodie
there.
is. Hi, born in the 80s.
So you were 0 in the 80s? What do you know from the 80s? Now it's all on you. This
Tell
is
us
an interrogation.
Everything you know from the 80s.
No. But feel free to chat and say whatever you want.
And if you know anything about the 80s, you know as much as me.
Okay, next song, you have to guess the show, and you won't get this one. Let's see if I can remember the theme song.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, no. Okay, there's so much pressure now. I don't remember it. I'm drawing a blank, but I know the song.
Don't start out and say you can't do it.
I'm going to just play it. I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Hopefully no copyright, right?
I don't know.
Right. Copyright, right. And hopefully my sound will go through the microphone. I mean, I don't want to brag, but I got a microphone that's Blue Yeti and all this lighting from Temu. I know, I'm fancy. Miss... No! I gave it away. You pretend like you don't know.
You just said Miss Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay.
Is it Mrs. Doubtfire?
Yeah. Okay, listen. Let me turn this up. Why do YouTubers go to this big intro? Just get on with it. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me what you think it is. Tell me when you know.
Oh my goodness, this sounds so familiar.
When you drop kick the bucket. No, jacket. Chat, you can guess. If you know it, say it. If you get it before Shasta. No, if you get it before Shasta, you win the contest.
Is it Family Ties?
It's not Family Ties.
Oh.
New arrival. Life is more than pure survival. We can live the best life yet. Nobody knows, so you guys get a chance.
Wait, no, hold on. It's very... He had a butler. No, there's a butler.
There's a butler. There's a butler. You want me to give you a hint?
No.
Okay, no hints. YouTube, please don't copyright strike me. It's just an 80s theme song.
Mr. Belvedere.
Girl, you got it. Okay, and there was also a show called Just the 10 of Us. I vaguely remember it. It was a coach.
Like yours, mine, and ours?
Kind of like that. Like
okay.
He had like 10 girls, and he was his job was the coach. He wasn't the coach of the 10 girls.
Okay.
But he was the dad.
I've never heard of it.
You know, you can't say it now.
Yes.
Can't say Mr. Belvedere now.
Ross Norris knows.
Shasta already won. So you got to try next time. Oh, you like this game? We can do a next one. You want to do another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it 80s or 90s?
Right now we are in the years of mid-1990s.
Mr. Belvedere was not the 90s, was it?
No, Mr. Belvedere was 88 to 89.
I only know because you went through a Mr. Belvedere phase.
What do you mean a Mr. Belvedere phase?
You also went through a Brady Bunch phase.
I love the Brady Bunch.
Yeah.
Love the Brady Bunch. I wanted to live in that house.
When you went through a Brady Bunch phase, it was while I was cooking dinner. And so I could watch it while making dinner. And so I kind of fell in love with Mike Brady. My
phase was 30 minutes while you were cooking dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, how could you not like Mike Brady?
Yeah.
And Carol Brady,
you told me about that.
May or may not have been my crush. I wasn't into Jan or Marcia.
No, you like the
mom
was
Carol. Vibes. Mom vibes. That's where it's at. Okay, so now we're moving into 1991 to 1995. So that's a hint, right?
Okay, so...
Okay. Now I'm going to play the song, and you have to guess the show.
Okay.
We totally moved on from murders. I hope that's okay, because it got kind of boring.
No, it's just like it was.
Murder is boring.
Not solved. There's no way to solve it. The guy who probably did it died 2 years ago.
Yeah.
If he didn't
Case
do
closed.
it, there's no way.
He did it.
Okay,
Come
listen,
on.
if Reddit can't figure it out, how are we going
Right?
to figure it out? We're just
Reddit
two
solves
bozos
everything.
sitting on our couch. So
That should be the name of this show. Two bozos
two
sitting on
bozos
the couch.
sitting on a couch. What happened
Don't look.
to-
Don't look. You just got to guess by the sound. And if chat wins, then you lose.
This day and age. Step by step.
Nope.
Family Matters.
You got it.
Anybody else?
Nope.
Look at the chat. We did. Mr. Belvedere already guessed it, Ross
But
Morris.
Shasta guessed it first.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid my wife wins this round.
Barely.
Okay. Family Matters.
Okay.
Who was your favorite in Family Matters?
Oh, nobody. Did not really. I mean, I gave it like a 2 or a 3.
Did you know?
What?
Okay, this is a little deep dive. In Perfect Strangers, the person that operated the elevator woman.
I don't remember.
No, you don't have to remember.
Okay.
But here's how Family Matters happened. The person that operated the elevators was the wife from Family Matters.
Oh.
And that is how that show became to be.
Really?
Yeah. All stemmed from her operating the elevators on Perfect Strangers, like you going up, and she was kind of,
Sassy.
the sassy, yeah.
Well, she was in that show, so.
Yeah.
So there's a spin-off.
Based on an elevator operator in Perfect Strangers.
That's so cool.
And the guy that played Carl Winslow, the dad, was in Die Hard. He played the exact same character.
Yeah, he did.
He was a cop.
Yeah.
He was, okay, anyway.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I could go on for Die Hard all day. All day.
Yeah.
Okay, next. Okay. You'll probably get this one, but this is a fun game. I like theme songs. I love favorite teams. No, I'm going to derail. But what's your favorite TV show theme song? And then you can guess mine.
I don't know.
Do you know what mine is?
No.
Can you guess?
No.
Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot.
Family Ties?
No, girl. Wouldn't you like to get away?
Something about where the... Oh, Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, such a great show. Okay.
I've never seen that show.
No looking. If cat wins, you lose. Can you guys even hear it? Wow.
It's really loud. Step by step.
Oh, coming in clutch. Not
Was it?
even a word uttered, but now we're going to hear the theme. Yeah.
That's so 90s.
So 90s.
Do you remember Picture Day in the 90s?
Like at school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, where? Okay.
I wish I had my
80s.
yearbook. Sorry, go ahead.
What?
My name's Kevin.
Yeah.
And in the yearbook, I put Regis.
He
and
did.
They didn't question it at all. So
Yeah.
in my yearbook, I am Regis. I am making the goofiest face. I'm like, and they're like, yeah, that checks out. They checked nothing back then.
It's true because my mother enrolled me as a different last name that wasn't even my last
And they
name.
didn't care.
They didn't even know it.
They didn't
I didn't know until I was 12 and I was like, what? So yeah, it was different times. What was I saying though? Oh no, about Picture Day.
Oh, Picture Day, yes.
Do you remember when they had the big crayons? Was that the 80s or 90s?
Oh, that was the 90s for sure.
Okay.
In the background?
Yeah, they also
go ahead.
They also had the big like purple with the neon zigzag. Yellow and the
that
pink
90s
blocks.
zigzag is iconic.
Yeah,
that was
because
only
Saved
in
by
the
the Bell,
90s.
I think. That was my favorite.
Maybe next time we
show.
should talk about Saved by the Bell because that's a great show.
It's such a great show with so much going on behind
I'm
the
so
scared. I'm so excited. Okay, I just want to say this real fast.
Yeah, say what you want.
An interesting fact about that show is that originally they were going to do like a hard drug, like cocaine, for Jesse Spano.
I remember
but they
that.
decided that's too much for teenagers and kids to watch.
The network, they're like, no.
Yeah.
And instead.
The truth is, though, I didn't even know what that was when I watched that show. So if they said cocaine or anything, I'd be like,
But it might have resonated with someone, right?
Yeah, I mean, probably.
Instead, they did no dose, caffeine bills.
And then when I heard it was
which
caffeine,
I eat like candy sometimes.
Literally, I was like, huh? Because caffeine is in everything.
Yep.
Tea, soda. Chocolate. Yep. Okay, keep going.
Okay. Somebody said something. Oh, you read chat. This is your next question.
I'm going to run. Oh, just had to pop in to see what's up. Bye, Ross.
Peace out.
Happy you're here.
You peeked. I saw you peek.
I can't see
don't look, you cheater.
I don't know.
This has no word, so this is all you get.
I'm literally not going to know.
Really?
Yeah. What is it?
I don't know. Went back to something else.
But I can't see through a screen.
Okay. Just listen.
Boy Meets World.
Well, they gave it away. They literally said Boy Meets World in the first sentence.
Right?
Up yours, that, YouTube. Though. No, YouTube, I love you.
No, YouTube's. Oh, I hit my. Oh, that hurt. Oh.
What'd you do?
I hit.
Yeah, you got a fresh new piercing today.
I got a new piercing, my only one, my first one, and I just hit it with my hand. Okay.
I don't think you'll get this one. We haven't even talked about this show.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Yeah, don't look. I don't even know if I would get this one. Okay.
What's my theme music?
In Living Color.
Nope. That wasn't on TGIF.
Maisha?
No.
Oh, it's on TGIF.
Yeah, this is all TGIF shows.
Oh, hanging with Cooper. That Cooper show.
You're so close. Is anyone going to get it before? There's no one here, right?
There are 6 people.
Okay, 6 people. Come on, win. Take Shasta down. She's getting an ego. No, there's 4 people. There's 8 likes.
We literally
4
lost
people.
2 people like that.
Oh, come on.
What is it?
You want me to tell you?
Something about Mr. Cooper.
Yes, something about Mr. Cooper. You're so close.
What is it?
You got this.
No, I don't.
Break me off a piece of that.
Kit Kat bar?
Fancy feast. Oh, this locked up my phone. I can't stop Mr. Cooper. Someone got it.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Boom.
Literally, they said that over and over again in the song.
My phone went rogue, man.
Good job. No.
I'm going to delete all, but it won't stop. I literally closed every app.
Just restart your...
It takes... Come on. Different strokes it takes. Different strokes it takes.
Is that where they lived in a high rise? Wait, no. This is... You actually did a video on this one. About the bicycle man.
Yes. Hold on. No, I'm not going to restart my phone. Okay, I figured it out.
Okay.
Yes.
With the bicycle man.
Yes.
That was scary.
It was scary. Different Strokes was about a man who was rich.
Okay.
And had no children, but felt like he was missing something in his life. So he adopted 2 African-American children.
Okay.
Willis and Arnold.
Yeah.
And he already had a daughter.
Willis. That's that like huge saying.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, what you talking about, Willis? Yeah.
So he adopted these 2 African-American children, and they all lived together as a family. And he had one daughter named Kimberly.
Okay.
Who was already kind of uppity and, because he's rich. He's a rich guy. And it was basically about these 2 underprivileged children who went to live with him and how he changed their life.
Yeah.
Had a lot of morals, a lot of lessons. And there was a spinoff from that show, too.
What?
So the maid name was Mrs. Garrett.
Oh, wait. I see her perfectly. She had like that blondish dishwasher brown hair and like these like curls.
It was red, and it was kind of...
Is the show in black and white?
No, it wasn't in black and white. We're in the 80s, so they had color by then. And she talked like, "Oh, Mr. Drummond, no."
Like Franny from Ghost, the UK?
Yeah, UK Ghost.
Or not Franny, Fanny.
Fanny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're going to go down a rabbit hole. Let me get this straight. So there was a spinoff with Mrs. Garrett called Facts of Life.
Oh, Facts of Life with Michael J. Fox.
No, that's Family Ties.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so we'll put that aside for now.
Okay.
So Todd Bridges played Willis.
Okay.
Tragic life. Passed away. Drug use. It was a rough life.
Oh.
Kimberly Drummond, played by Dana Plato, got into softcore P word. and passed away.
Whoa.
And the guy that played Arnold, Gary Coleman, had
Yeah.
like a disease where he was always small. So even when he was a grown man, he looked like a child.
Okay.
Also passed away from tragic
It's not that I'm
circumstances.
judging any of that. That's not why I went. Oh, I'm just saying there are some things that seem almost cursed, right? Like
Yeah.
Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good example. Christopher Reeve,
Yeah.
George Reeves, all
Yeah.
had tragic endings.
Yeah.
Tragic. Poltergeist, the movie, tragic. That would be a fun. Okay, we're going to do that next time. We're going to talk about Poltergeist next time.
I've never seen it.
I know. You don't have to see it. There's so many mysterious circumstances around there. Do the Bicycle Man, yes.
A very special episode.
Here.
It was.
Here's the thing, though.
You did a whole
video
on it, and it's a really...
You know why? Because when I was a kid, it stuck with me.
Yeah.
It was dark. But here's the problem. The guy that played the P word, I can't say it on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know, the bad guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Was Mr. Carlson from WKRP. WKRP, he was such a fun, nice, kind man. Yeah. And then he plays this dark guy. And I'm like, what? No, you're Mr. Carlson. You're the good guy. You're fun. Anyway, WKRP was another great show. Okay, I'm getting out of the 90s. I'm going back to the 80s. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, actually, you saying that reminds me of what's the show with Will Smith and the
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Okay, I remember
this. Here's
show.
A story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right back, and I'll tell you how I became the Prince of Bel-Air. Right?
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You cannot rap like Will Smith.
That scene. Okay, no, I'm not trying to rap. That scene with Will Smith.
Yeah.
When he's missing his dad. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah, that was... Oh my gosh, we were both bawling.
And not only that, but if you ever wondered if Will Smith was a good actor, that scene will blow it away.
I've never wondered that. I've always thought he is. I think he got gypped.
Yeah, and like he kind of got semi-canceled for slapping Chris Rock. Who cares? Who cares, right? He was sticking up for his wife who treated him like garbage.
The thing is, that's tough because they're in a marriage.
A fake marriage. She's the worst. Okay, can we talk about... Are we
allowed to say that?
Yeah. Jada Pinkett Smith, it's literally the worst.
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, we can say
Do we need a rewind button?
In my opinion.
Okay. I agree with that.
She is literally the worst.
She posted something that really irritated me, where he was trying to have an honest moment with her. And then he was like, and she was recording. He's like, are you recording this? Why are you recording this? She's like, what does it matter? I'm putting it online. And he's like, it showed.
He like short circuit.
I don't want to say anything that's gonna.
No, you can speak. Okay, YouTube terms of conditions does allow some free speech for sure.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is I feel like that was really insensitive.
Insensitive, yes.
Of her as a wife. And we saw something else on YouTube where he was getting to the end of a spool of wire that he had from when he was a teenager through his like life. Yeah. And it made him realize like he's getting older. And she was just like not catching the cues. I don't understand that.
She's, in my opinion, not a great person.
Yeah.
I think he's a wonderful actor. Yeah, he's troubled like every other person.
All of us are.
I don't think him slapping Chris Rock was a big deal at all.
The thing is, he laughed at first, and then she seemed upset. It seemed like it was a reaction of her emotion and not his own. I don't know why he slapped him, though. But he had his reasons, and maybe it was just the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, Chris Rock did come out. I'm not going to talk because I'm not going to speak on it because I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't know either.
Okay, you ready for the next one?
Wait, pretty sure Willis told Bridges isn't dead. Wait,
hey, Google.
What's the Predator and Johnny Fever mean?
Hey, Google, tell me about Todd Bridges.
According to Wikipedia, Todd Anthony Bridges is an American actor. He portrayed Willis Jackson on the sitcom Different Strokes and had a recurring role as Monk on the sitcom Everybody Hates Chris. Bridges worked as a commentator on the television series True TV Presents World's Dumbest from 2008 to 2013.
He's not dead.
Oh.
Hey, Google, how old is Todd Bridges? Who is that?
59 years old.
He's only 59.
Oh.
Willis, what you talking about, homie? Live on.
Okay. Thanks for the correction.
I don't know everything. Okay, no.
He doesn't know everything. Boy Meets World.
Nope. Chat, you gonna guess? Do you know?
This is so not me.
Oh no!
Sabrina the
She
Teenage
cheated
Witch.
by talking.
Sabrina the
How
Teenage
dare you,
Witch.
Melissa Joan Hart? How
Ah.
dare you?
Okay, I never liked that show.
What?
I was never into it.
Why? I mean, you got Sabrina, Melissa Joan
I
Hart.
love Melissa Joan Hart.
Love Melissa
Yeah.
Joan Hart, right?
My most favorite show I've ever watched her
Melissa
in
and
was
Joey.
Melissa and Joey.
Melissa and Joey, such an underrated show.
Oh yeah, I wish
They
that
play off of each other so well.
so
Go ahead.
well. Yeah, no, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Melissa Joan Hart.
Like low key, I feel like they were meant to fall in love and get married.
Yeah, but I'm sure they're both married to someone else because that's life, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's just
Wow.
like one of those what.
There's some of these I don't even know, so I don't think you're going to get them. Like, I didn't even know they were TV shows. This will be an interesting ride.
Wait, are they on TGIF though?
Yeah, these are all
Oh.
TGIF shows.
In the 80s.
No, in the 90s. We're into the 90s
Oh, we're
now.
in the 90s.
So
Okay.
right now we are
Clarissa
in the...
explains it all.
That was on Nickelodeon and in the 80s. Right now we're
Oh.
into the years of 91 to 95.
Okay.
Okay, you ready? I don't even know if YouTube's going to have this,
Okay.
but I'm going to try it. And if anyone gets this, I'll be very impressed.
Okay.
And I won't talk out loud as I type like I did last time. Give it away.
And I still didn't get it.
Shh. Silence. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm trying not to look.
Okay. No one's going to get this.
She is literally the Polaroid of perfection.
If anyone gets this, you will be the most 90s person ever invented. Invented? Born?
This sounds so familiar.
Does it? I can give you a hint if you want.
Okay, what is the hint?
Whatever.
Clueless?
Yeah. There was a Clueless TV show in the 90s on
What
TGIF.
year?
They probably can't hear me blasting music.
Okay, it sounded like Clueless, but I had no clue that they had a TV show.
1994. Created by Amy Heckerling, who did the movie.
Yeah.
There was a
Wow.
Clueless TV show.
I guess by then I
Yeah.
was no longer watching TGIF because that's not familiar
Okay.
at all.
You'll never get this one either.
That makes sense though.
And again, I'm not going to say it out loud as I type.
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay, here it goes. I don't know if anyone's even on chat anymore, but if they are, there's your clue. You'll never get it.
Living Bad. Living in Color. Is it something like that?
That's it. That's all you get. What are your guesses? Anyone?
I have no clue. What is it?
The TV show was called Two of a Kind,
I've never heard of it.
starring Mary-Kate Ashley and...
Oh,
Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Okay.
So after Full House, they
Yeah.
made a TV show called Two of a Kind.
You know, I think I was just too old at that point, and they were very young. They were what, like 7 or 9?
I don't know how they
And
were.
I was like 15, 16, so I wasn't going to watch a TV show about 9-year-olds.
There's 3 more, but I don't think we'll get them. Should I just read them?
Just read them.
There's Teen Angel.
I never heard of it. Yeah.
You Wish. Never heard of it. And Muppets Tonight. I did hear of it.
Never
I did
heard
not
of
like
it.
it. It was like a reinvention of the Muppet Show, but it was not very good.
But you didn't even, I remember, you didn't do like, what was the 4th show on TGIF?
Family
was
Matters.
Family Matters,
Step by Step. Boy Meets World. Hanging with Mr.
And Full
Cooper.
House.
And there's 3 of them. Do you want me to give you the songs?
Yeah.
Okay. You do?
No. Just give
No
me
songs.
the words.
Just the titles.
Just the titles.
So there was 3 that were interchangeable and they got canceled a lot. So Sister Sister
Oh, I did not like
with
that show.
Tia and Tamara
Yeah.
and Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, they were like
On TGIF?
puppets almost. Yeah. They were literal dinosaurs. Who's the mama or something?
No, I don't remember that. I do remember I didn't like Sister Sister. And do you remember recorders?
Do I remember recorders? You mean those things they forced us to learn? I played. Do you remember? Was it Young and the Restless? Oh,
No,
what did you learn to play? While I look this
Hot
up,
Cross Buns.
you played Hot Cross. Okay,
course.
my teacher made us learn the theme song
To Young and
to
the
Young and the
Restless?
Restless.
She went rogue.
She's like, if I gotta hear this garbage, at least it can be.
I mean, I grew up in the country, so it was Hot Cross Buns.
Oh man, I can't type. Of course, I remember recorders, and they made us learn. Did you do square dancing?
Of course, I did square dancing, but not in school. I went with my
No,
grandma and grandpa.
it was a forced class in school.
Really? No, dodgeball was.
This
I
is what we
hated
did on the
it.
recorder. Imagine this on a recorder.
That's better than Hot Cross Buns.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? As a, what, 5th grade? So what's that, like 10?
I mean, I don't know.
12?
11 or 12?
Playing the Young and the Restless theme? Probably for your teacher's own satisfaction.
We didn't have a middle school where I grew up.
Oh, yeah? Was it all elementary, or did you have a junior high?
No, it was K through 8. And that was all in an elementary school building. And then 9th through 12th.
So I remember there was a junior high,
Mm-hmm.
and that was 8th, 9th, and through high school. And then elementary ended at 7th. But I went to middle school, 6th, 7th, 8th. You had no middle school. So it was elementary till high school?
Yeah, you were in elementary school, high school. But when I was 16, I ended up just getting my GED.
So you didn't finish school.
I didn't graduate high school. I just got a GED.
Nice score. GED for the win, everybody.
Yeah, because I went to Alaska for a year. So
Okay, that was TGIF.
Yeah.
What do you think about TGIF?
I mean, my favorite show was Full House. Now that
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you had a crush on Ryder Strong. Exposed.
I don't think I did. Why would you think that?
I thought you said that.
No, I didn't.
Fred Savage? No. Ben Savage?
No.
Any Savage?
No.
No Savage crushes?
No.
Okay. Let's see.
What year would that be?
What? Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
95-ish?
So I was like 15. I'm
Okay.
trying to think of who maybe I had a crush on at 15.
Yes. Let's hear your 90s crush. JTT? Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
No. Ugh, no.
Kirk Cameron?
I mean, nothing against it.
You liked Alan Thicke. You liked Alan
I
Thicke.
did.
You
I
liked the
liked-
dad.
Well, you like the mom from Brady
Listen,
Bunch.
don't bring me into your chaos.
I did like Alan Thicke, but yeah, definitely Kirk Cameron.
Did you
And,
watch Nickelodeon in the 90s?
You can't do that on television or something where they slime.
That was the 80s. So this is the 90s.
Oh,
I'm going to say some names and you tell me if they resonate with you at all.
okay.
Okay.
Who put the screw
All
in
that.
the tuna? What was that?
I don't know. You just made that up.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Hold on. Hi,
All that.
it's me, Roomba. Hi, Roomba.
Hi.
Hi, guys. I'm 39, so I grew up in the 80s and that era.
Mhm,
Okay,
mhm, mhm.
Funsky 40, can you tell us what show that was?
What show
Who
was?
put the screw in the tuna?
Nobody put any screws
Yes,
in the
there
tuna.
was screws in the
There's
tuna.
no screws in the tuna.
Keenan and Kel?
Okay, the 90s were chaos.
What's
How did
that?
you guys even survive? Not what's that, all that.
All that? Was it all that?
What's that?
Was it Keenan and Kel?
Okay, here's Nickelodeon shows from the 90s. All That,
Mm-hmm.
Keenan and Kel, Clarissa Explains It All, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Did you watch any of those?
I did not watch Are You Afraid of the Dark?
You watched, what was the Good Burger one? Welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger.
Can I take your order?
What was that called?
All that.
That was All That?
I don't know. I thought you knew. I was
No,
guessing.
you're the 90s girl. You're the professional.
I was guessing.
Okay. 90s network classic cartoons. Do you know any cartoons from the 90s?
Tom and Jerry.
That Shasta. That's way before even the 80s. That was like the
Also,
60s.
wait. I love Kenan and Kel. Also, Okay, so both of them are from Kenan and Kel. Bert, welcome to Good Burger, and Who Put the Screw in the Tuna? Both Kenan and Kel. That's what they say.
Was there a show called Good Burger? Wasn't there a movie called Good Burger?
But I think that movie was actually a spinoff from Kenan and Kel show.
So that's where they worked.
Mm-hmm.
So, like in Beavis and Butthead, they worked at? What did they work at? They worked at a fast food
I
place
was
too.
not allowed to watch that show.
Oh my goodness, that was the best cartoon ever. It
Mhm.
doesn't necessarily hold up, but it was so good.
Well, I was not
So
allowed to
good.
watch it, and then
Oh,
you
shut
know
up.
that they played with lighters on that show, and then-
lighters?
yeah, they like
Oh, it
they
was all over the
glorified it.
news. All over the news.
about the house.
Some kid
Yeah.
caught his house on fire.
Okay, yeah, that was next to my grandma's house in that trailer court, and I was there and I watched it burn down.
Yeah, that was a
It
sad
was
story.
It was sad and was scary. So no, we were never allowed to watch it. Or Roseanne.
Yeah. Beavis and Butthead, they had a line that's like, fire, fire. That was
Mhm.
literally what that was from. Okay.
Okay.
Cartoons.
Okay.
Did you watch Dexter's Laboratory?
I think our son did.
I think our friends did.
Probably.
Powerpuff Girls.
I know.
I
my
know our
friend
friends did.
I'm not going to say her name.
Bubbles. We'll
Yep.
call her Bubbles.
She is Bubbles. Literally, she's the happiest, greatest person ever.
Johnny Bravo.
Our kids did.
Okay, must-see TV classics from the 90s.
Okay.
Tell me what your opinion is on Friends.
Well, I watched Friends When I Met You and I love it. Pivot!
Such a good Ross,
Yeah.
by far,
Ross is my
best
favorite
character in
character.
Friends.
I don't know if you know this, but if you go to Google and you put in the character's name, Friends, up on the right-hand corner is a little picture with Ross. It's a couch. If you click it,
It says.
it does something. So, and it does it with every Friends
Don't
character.
tell them what it says.
I'm not going to tell you.
You have to do it. Go to Google. Google
There
the
was a
character.
movie, Animaniacs. Doug. Oh, Doug.
And no,
and
no.
Rugrats.
Let's
Hey,
go back
it's
to Animaniacs.
Arnold.
Okay, this is going to start a debate. Animaniacs versus Tiny Toons.
I don't know. Animaniacs.
Tiny Toons.
Animaniacs. Do.
Oh, we gotta play it. We gotta play it. Da-da-da-da. Okay, Tiny Toon Adventures. It's about to start. Tiny Toons, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
was so much better than Animaniacs.
Animaniacs. It's a do. I can't. think of the
It's
words.
you're like a Pam on The Office.
Yeah.
Ba, ba, ba,
Closing
ba,
time.
ba,
Blah
ba.
blah blah.
Okay.
Okay, I miss Matthew Perry. We do too. I'm
Hello,
also a fan of
nurse.
South Park. Zany to the max.
What was weird to me about you can't hear me.
Hold on,
was
somebody said something. I'm also a huge fan of South Park, which debuted in 1990.
Okay.
You and I watched that together.
It's easy, okay. Don't have to spend your life being addicted to beep. Standing on the corner giving beep, 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 beep.
I watched that with you.
I love that song. Literally.
It's
Trey
like
Parker and Matt Stone are underrated.
It's like the one from Bird, Family Guy.
Family Guy.
Bird is the word. Little child.
You're on the camera.
We're live streaming.
That's Oliver, everyone.
Our son.
Frightened little child. The bird is the word.
Have you heard? Oh, and was it Family Guy who's like, Mom,
Mom.
Mommy, Mama?
Wow, we're like in
Mom.
the 2000s now.
Oh, we
jumped.
are?
Oh, Family Guy. Come on.
Okay. Well, anyways, we'll go back to what we're doing.
I mean, 90s, you're thinking Simpsons, but I never liked The Simpsons.
I wasn't allowed to watch it, but I love the commercials. Nobody steals a finger from. Wait, nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger.
Butterfinger BBs were amazing.
Ugh, I hated those things.
What? Do
Yeah.
they still make them? Hey, Google.
I don't know. I don't.
Do they
think
still
so.
make Butterfinger BBs?
I haven't seen them.
On the website yahoo.com,
Yahoo says.
it's true that BBs are no more.
No
No
more.
Location that the once beloved candy will never make its
Beloved.
return.
I didn't really love them.
Butterfinger offers other
All
versions.
right.
I feel like
all right.
Kevin
Zip
from
it.
The
Zip
Office.
it.
Cupcakes are just a mini version of cake, and mini cupcakes is a minier version of cake.
Where does it stop with you people?
Butterfinger Babies is just a mini version of Butterfinger Minis, which is a
Bunch of
mini
Crunch.
version. I liked Bunch of Crunch. It's fine. I like the Crunch Bar better.
So if someone here's a box of Bunch of Crunch or a Nestle Crunch.
I would rather just have a Nestle Crunch.
Crunch isn't owned by Nestle anymore.
We know that.
You know what?
Our son, he's 17. He's the smartest kid in the world. He'll tell you all the time how smart he is.
Okay, going down the I miss yeah, I already
know.
read that.
Yeah.
You know, here's the thing about Matthew Perry. Yes, he was known for Friends, but did you ever
Yeah.
see the whole 9 yards?
Of course.
Such a
I watched it with
great,
you.
great
Such
movie.
a great movie.
Such a great movie.
Also, wasn't he on that show?
and now Bruce Willis is sick too.
Oh, I know.
It sucks.
Wait, Kevin.
Yes.
He was in a show with that guy that I really like who was on 17 again.
The Odd Couple
The Odd Couple.
with Thomas Lennon. Don't block our
Thomas
lighting.
Lennon, yes. I love that guy. And I love that show. It's such a good show.
So,
And they were on 17 again together.
so frustrating. Why do people have to pass away? Especially great people like
I
that.
know.
So funny, right?
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to we did TV. Well, we did Friends, then we got paused.
Okay.
Seinfeld.
I watched it with
I
you.
don't want to be a pirate. Sorry, go ahead.
And I love that show.
Love that show.
Obviously, Seinfeld is the best character. No
Is-
suit for you. And he's a great comedian.
Yes.
As our friend said
Yes.
earlier.
And there is so many 90s.
Don't forget 3 to Tango with
Oh my goodness, Nev Campbell. That was such a good show. Movie. Sorry,
Wait,
movie.
what was it about? I can't remember if I've seen it.
Well, let's ask our official correspondent.
Is this 80s or 90s?
We're in the 90s now.
No, I mean, is that that movie?
Oh, it was in the 90s.
It sounds familiar
You saw it.
with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah, we
It
knew
had
each
to have
other.
been.
You didn't know what movies were. Okay, Nev
okay.
Campbell and Dylan McDermott, and it's all about mistaken identity, mixed signals, and major love triangle.
Ooh.
Oscar, played by Matthew Perry, is a straight architect who desperately wants to win a high-profile job from a wealthy tycoon named Charles, played by Dylan McDermott.
Wait.
Not Dermot Mulroney.
Oh,
You get
okay.
them often confused.
I know. Okay. Go
Dylan
ahead.
McDermott.
Yeah.
But there's a twist. Charles mistakenly believes Oscar is gay, and he feels safe introducing him to his secret mistress, Amy, played by Nev Campbell,
Okay.
thinking there's no risk.
Yeah.
However, Oscar goes along with the misunderstanding to secure the job, but then, of course, he falls in love with Amy. Cue the chaos.
We need to watch that together.
We've seen
remember,
it.
But I don't remember it. We probably watched it.
Yeah, we've seen
in the
so many
90s.
movies.
Yeah, we've been together forever.
You don't remember that one movie we saw 20 years ago? Stop it. Okay. So we're okay. We're going back. We're scrolling back up. Okay. So we were on Seinfeld.
Yes.
Favorite character from Seinfeld?
Seinfeld.
Really? Above Elaine?
Yeah, I mean,
Above George? Above Kramer?
here's the thing. Well, Kramer, he's the character who just comes in, acts goofy, and then leaves.
True.
He's
True.
basically, what was the guy's name we were talking about? Sasha Mitchell.
Do you remember-
from Step by Step?
Do you remember Parker Lewis Can't Lose was such a good show.
I never even heard of
Oh
that.
my
Were
goodness,
you a fan
so
of the 1990 Fox TV show with Chris Elliott called Get a Life? It
Oh my
lasted 2
goodness. Chris
seasons.
Elliott. He started from David Letterman. And then he kind of spun his whole career. He was in Something About Mary. Wow. Chris Elliott. Whatever happened to him?
Do you know what's funny? We took one of our kids to the pediatrician and she talked about, remember, I was like, oh, your hair is messed up on one side. She's like, does it look like Something About Mary? And I was like, oh,
Oh,
she's our kid's pediatrician.
there's a few people from that time frame. Chris Elliott, Tom Green.
Who is that? I know who
Who-
Tom Green is.
Yeah, how do I explain it? He was a really gross character in Something About Mary. So you probably don't want to remember.
I
from that.
didn't like
Okay.
that movie and I don't
Goodness.
remember
I
it.
don't know how to explain it. He played a side character on a lot of David
Wait.
Letterman talk shows.
Chris Elliott, is that the guy from SVU
He has like a short.
with...
No, that's Christopher
Stabler?
Maloney.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Oh, and his name was Elliot on the show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elliot. I'll Google Christopher. No, what was his name? Chris Elliott.
Yeah.
Chris, he went away. Whatever happened to him? Right?
I feel like you're about to break out in a Full House theme song.
Whatever happened to? Okay, does he look familiar to you?
Tom Green was engaged. Yeah, we talked about that last night. Oh, yes.
Whoops!
Okay.
Y'all owe me a new tablet.
Where did he even go?
Tom Green was engaged to Drew Barrymore, and what a chaos scenario that
I'm
was.
so sorry, but it's lost forever. It lives
No,
under our
I
couch
need it.
now.
I need it.
It's with the crumbs under the couch.
Fine, we don't need it. Okay. So, but you recognize him, right?
Yeah.
He wasn't in a lot, and he kind of
was
fizzled
in
out.
something.
About Mary?
Apparently, but that's not what I remember him from.
Okay. Sidetracked. So we were on Seinfeld.
Oops. Yeah.
Could I? Okay. Fresh Prince.
Yes.
You like it? Love it? Hate it? I always wanted a dad like
Well, his uncle.
Uncle Phil.
Yeah. I don't know.
Isn't it unusual to be loved by anyone?
The
Carlton.
thing with
Carlton was on Silver Spoons. Sorry. Carlton has been around since the 80s.
I haven't heard of Silver Spoons.
This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me.
I wouldn't feel comfortable living in a mansion.
Listen, as a kid in the 80s, Silver Spoons, the dad had full-on arcade machines, which in the 80s, that was unheard of.
I wouldn't care about that.
Unheard of.
Okay.
He also had a train that went from the front of the house and drove you through the entire mansion.
Yeah,
you could
like
sit.
That.
That's not about you, Shasta. Best dad ever. Ricky Schroeder. Did you ever see The Champ?
No, never heard of it.
Gosh, I can't handle this.
This is why we need chat, because people
Yeah.
will know. The Tom Green document is fantastic. I haven't seen it. Will Smith since the night. I know everybody loves him.
Okay.
We love him too.
Hot take. Third Rock from the Sun.
Oh my gosh. Wait, what? Third Rock from the Sun? Was that from the 80s?
We're in the 90s. We're in the 90s.
Oh, well, yeah, I liked it. It was fine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
But Joseph Gordon-Levitt became a huge star.
Oh, no. Do you know who I love, though?
John Lithgow.
No.
Come on. He's such a good actor.
He is. I know I love a good dad bod, but this... Do you know Shia LaBeouf? Is that how you pronounce it?
Yes.
And
I'm familiar with him.
in the video,
He also is problematic, but
Sia.
yeah, with
Where he's in a cage.
Yeah, but what's her name? She's only famous because of Dance Moms
or whatever.
and Chandelier.
Yeah.
Hey Google, what's the girl in the Chandelier video? What's her name?
Our son had the biggest crush on her because they're the
You
same
just
age.
outed him.
According to Wikipedia, a shot of the music video featuring dancer Maddie Ziegler.
Maddie Ziegler.
Yes.
Was released
Yeah.
on May 21st.
Yes, I agree. Her and Shia LaBeouf in that movie. No,
that-
the music video.
Yeah, I know it's not the 80s or the 90s.
Where
but
he's in a cage, right? And he's just that passion, that
yeah,
aggression.
That passion and aggression.
Mhm. No, it's not 80s, it's not 90s. It's very modern. But it was great.
It was.
Great art piece.
I wasn't real. At the time, maybe I loved a lot of TV shows and movies because I didn't really grow up with them.
Okay.
But now looking back, I'm like,
So let's go through Third Rock from the Sun.
okay.
The guy that played I don't remember his name. The dorky guy who was also in Inspector Gadget, not the Matthew Broderick one, but the newer one.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It was like the brother.
French Stewart?
Yeah, French Stewart.
Was that his name?
Yeah.
I may be getting
I
that
think
wrong.
it is. Well, you have your phone. Look.
No, I'm trying to keep track of what we're talking about because I lost my tablet. You threw it under the couch like a crazy person. Women.
I'm pretty sure it is, but let's look.
I think it's French Stewart.
It is,
yeah,
yes.
French Stewart. So, what do you think about him?
I saw him in that show, and that's it, right?
Well, unless you watched Inspector Gadget, the new one.
Is that the one with Steve Martin when he says hamburger?
No, that was Pink Panther.
Oh, that was such a funny
Hamburger!
movie.
Hamburger!
I love Steve Martin.
Okay, French Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm a big nerd from the 80s
Yes,
who
we know
loves
that.
3D movies.
Yes.
Red and cyan movies. I have
Yes.
the 3D. I literally have plastic 3D glasses that are official 3D glasses. Okay. Third Rock from the Sun had a special 3D episode on NBC.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we were together yet. I might have been with somebody else.
No, we were together.
Did we watch it? I love 3D. I love Third Rock from the Sun. Kristen Stewart.
From
That's
the trilogy.
Kristen Johnson. Johnston.
Kristen Johnston.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
She's kind of,
the blonde.
yeah, the
She's
big girl. Tall.
Where's
Yeah,
our
I like that
rewind button?
I like that we make the face like, tall.
She is tall.
She was amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. You go.
I'm gonna be right back.
Let's go back. Someone has to use the little girls' room.
I'll be right back.
The little Wranglers room.
If we're at the
And
scissors.
here's we can have personal talk, and she's not here, so we can talk about how great the 80s were. So what I was trying to say is, yeah, Clarissa explains it all. Are You Afraid of the Dark? That's all from the 90s. Let's go back to the 90s, or back to the 80s, right? X-Men. Okay, cartoons from the 80s. This is your official 80s correspondent, Kevin, coming to you live. Transformers versus GoBots. So Transformers was a great cartoon. GoBots, yes, had a cartoon. When you couldn't afford Transformers, your parents, my parents, bought me GoBots. And they were smaller, they were tiny, but it's all we could afford. The best part of being in the 80s is we did have HBO. I watched so many 80s shows from that time. Not just Fraggle Rock. Did you ever see the movie Hiding Out with John Cryer? It was literally on TV all the time on HBO. And I'm going to talk about a show called Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas. I loved that Christmas movie so much. I did a video on it, like best Christmas. I don't remember what I said. Nobody watched it. It was not one of my bigger videos. I do have a video that's like 1 million views. Yeah, it's great. It's all about one-hit wonders. It was a little controversial, but nobody loved Emmett Otters except for me. And I love that show so, so much. We're not birds. We're a jug band. It was such a heartwarming time. And same with the Water Babies. I did a video on the Water Babies where this boy gets kind of drawn underwater and it turns into this cartoon thing. And as a kid, that was magic. It blew my mind. It was so amazing and full of magic. And yeah, I think it was a foreign film, but it was on HBO. And that's what my parents did. They just let us watch HBO.
Okay, sorry about that.
Sorry, this 90s girl is back. So
back to the 90s.
back to the 90s.
We're thinking of Aqua. Yeah.
Aqua. Back to the 80s. Back
we
to
love
soul.
karaoke.
Back to
Hold on. Back to something and rock and roll.
Back to Rocky and Cherry
Oh,
Coke.
yep. I see
Those
it. I can't
were
remember.
the days. Back when Eminem was just a snack. Okay. That was my 80s rant. 90s girl is back. Okay. We were on Third Rock from the Sun. Are we moving on from there?
Sure.
Cartoons. X-Men.
No.
What do you mean no? You can't straight up no.
I know nothing.
No.
I know that Hugh Jackman was in X-Men in the movie. That's
That
all I
was
know.
later though.
Listen, I never saw it.
You don't like X-Men. You don't like superheroes.
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to offend millions of people who love.
First of all, there's not millions of people
There's 9
watching
people.
this.
9 people. Wait, Captain Planet
Captain Planet.
grew up on HBO and MTV in the 80s.
Right?
I was not allowed to watch MTV.
Shh,
We
don't tell her about HBO.
We watched
Do you
VH1.
no? Do you remember? Okay, HBO.
What is this?
I don't know. What does it say? Turn on carroting.
Yeah, carrot
Yeah, we'll just
browsing. What is
yeah,
that?
we don't need to do that.
Okay.
So HBO had this thing, and it was a big deal at the time because it was so high tech. So the HBO logo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to explain this the best. You know what? Maybe I should just watch it. No, we're gonna explain it.
Okay, explain it.
Do 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 do. That was the sound.
Okay.
But the HBO logo. First of all, it started out with like you're looking over a city, and this is the camera view. It comes down, and it skims through the whole city. You see houses, you see lights coming on, you have people making dinner, and you go through the city, you go through the street,
Mhm.
and then it flies into space. It flies into space, and then the HBO logo comes into play, right? It zooms in, and then it turns. And then the O, that's where your view, because you're driving whatever this is. The O turns into space, and it turns in all these little streaks. And it's like, do, 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 do.
Do you know what I love about the
Do-do.
80s and 90s?
What?
Everything was a production.
Everything.
Everything was an event.
You know what happens now? Like, I'm not saying I dislike like The Office or any great shows.
Yeah, I
But
love The Office.
They just start cold open.
Okay, well, The Office has the best cold opens.
Yes, I get it.
Okay, wait,
I agree.
Though. What is your favorite cold open? I know
Of The
this
Office?
isn't the 80s or 90s. Yeah, but from The Office.
Probably the one where they dance.
The lip
Dub, yeah.
or the Todd Sweeney. I like both of those. Those are both
I
of
only
those are
like
my
Sweeney.
favorite.
I only like Sweeney Todd because Angela's like, what the hell is happening? She
know,
makes it. And Aaron, like, who sings this?
Did you make
you make
this
this
up?
up?
He's all, oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
I do miss that everything was an event.
Yes.
Everything was something.
Everything is so fast. You need
Yeah,
it fast. You need it
streamlined.
fast. Yeah.
I don't
We need to
want
get to it,
streamlined.
right?
Yeah.
You don't even know.
Yeah. Everybody agrees.
Yeah.
Wait, Brain Games is now over.
Oh my gosh. Who said that?
Tons of people.
No. No.
44 Diesel.
No. Who said
Star
it?
Marvel. No. Okay, 44 Diesel said, do you remember Brain Games?
Why do you remember it? Oh my gosh.
I never had
Okay,
HBO.
It doesn't matter. Oh, I'm going to find it. You don't remember? Okay.
I don't remember.
This is such a
I've never even
nostalgic
heard of it.
grab for me right now.
Okay, tell me about it.
So there was this show. Well, it wasn't a show. It was like a short almost. Like it was just so minuscule. And it was called Brain Games. And they had like little quizzes, fun things for probably kids.
Okay.
But man, okay.
On HBO.
Yes, it was on HBO.
Okay.
That and Hardware Wars, which was a parody of Star Wars. They had a ham salad instead of Han Solo. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whoever said that, I am so into this right now.
Is that a game that we could play?
What?
If we could share
Brain
a screen?
games?
Yeah.
Yeah, we could play brain games because it was
What
a lot
is
of
it?
it was like a lot of it was literally brain games. So you had to
Trivia?
figure stuff out.
Oh, I'm doomed. I can't remember what I said minutes ago, let alone.
Who said it? Oh my
It was
gosh, you
44
are just
Diesel.
literally
And then most said that they
fulfilling my heart
remembered,
right now.
And then Star Marvel remembered. Some message was retracted. Midnight Madness was
Is
always on HBO
now
too.
over.
I've never heard of Midnight Madness either. Have you?
Doesn't sound familiar.
We don't know Midnight.
Okay,
Midnight Madness.
listen.
It's on HBO.
Brain Games is now
Over. There's more, but right?
Well, okay.
So okay, this is the intro.
A chicken?
Imagine being an 80s kid. So I was like 9, let's say.
Okay.
You're watching this. You guys can't see it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get the sound and the audio. I need to learn how to share my screen. I'm so bad at this live stream thing.
It's okay. We'll figure it out.
Oh my gosh. I am full with such a
Wait, the
nostalgia.
Michael J. Fox movie Midnight Madness? Yes.
Oh,
Leon.
no, wait. Nope. That
What's
means something.
movie I watch once a month.
Oh my goodness.
I love Michael J. Fox.
He is literally the best, right?
Yeah.
It literally pains me to feel like what he's going through, right?
Yeah, it's hard
Not
to
just
see.
Parkinson's, but he's just like, he's given up. He's literally said, like, I have no hope.
What? The last time I saw, he was like, I'm just.
That was years ago. Now,
was?
it was years ago when he's like, I have optimism. I'm full of hope. Now he's sad. It's really hard because
That's
he's
hard.
a good person. I'm not going to cry. Not on live stream in front of all these YouTube people.
He made
All
all
8 of you. What would people say if they
It
knew
was
I had
a
a heart?
scavenger hunt movie with 4
Yes,
teams,
no.
movie from
I
1980.
know it. Okay.
Wait, I
Oh my
retracted my message
God.
because I mistakenly said Ali G show was from 90s, but it's
Oh,
actually
yeah.
started
I
in
remember the
2000.
Ali G show.
I got
That
a
was later.
T-shirt because that movie I watch once a month. It's a forgotten classic.
Okay. Midnight Madness.
Madness was MJ Fox's first movie. He was Dude's little brother.
Yeah, literally in 1980. I don't need to keep. Okay, this. I'm not going to share other people's YouTube stuff because that's,
I honestly
they worked
feel
hard
like
on that.
we should just stick with the 80s, even though I might not know it, but
Yeah,
everybody
next
besides
time-
me seems to know the 80s.
Shut it, chicken. Shut it, chicken. I don't know if we get away with it from YouTube centers, but we should watch Midnight Madness with Michael J. Fox
Mhm.
and just talk about it while we watch it. Does that
Okay.
sound like a plan? That sounds so fun to me.
I've never seen it, so I would love that.
I know it's not his real sister, but Justine Bateman,
Yeah.
she was in some stuff too, right?
Is she related to Jason Bateman?
Yes, she is Jason Bateman's sister. She was also Michael J. Fox's sister in Family Ties.
Is that the girl you had a crush on?
I did not have a crush on Justine Bateman.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember her?
No, can I see her?
Yeah.
I've
you
never
can.
seen Family Ties.
What? First of
Lamb
all,
was
what?
huge in 80s and loved George Michael.
George Michael.
I love that movie. When Midnight Madness starts to get
Shoot.
to you.
Me?
I don't know. That's what it says.
Okay, this is an old picture of her. I don't want to see an old picture.
Let me
of her.
see.
Well, yeah, but let's find a picture where you might remember her.
I'm not going to remember her because I've never
Okay.
seen that show.
Justine Bateman.
Hold on.
Justine
Wait,
Bateman.
does she kind of look like Allison Janney?
She looks nothing like Allison Janney.
Wait a minute. Let me see. You went too fast. Yeah, she
no,
does.
she does.
Hold on.
You're about to offend every 80s crush boy ever.
Am I? Oh, I'm so sorry. You talk about the 80s. I'm going to look up Allison Janney.
Well,
and
give
put
me
them
my-
side by side.
Give me.
Hold on.
Oh,
Wow. I just did AL and it came up.
AL.
AL
Allison
for
Janney.
Allison Janney.
No, I like Allison Janney. Allison Janney.
Janney.
Yes. So, Hardware Wars. Did you ever see that?
Me?
Yes.
No.
It was on HBO all the time. So they would watch. Okay, they would
Okay,
play
hold on,
movies.
hold on. I'm going to show this. This is Justine Bateman
She's 90s.
Yeah.
I'm 80s. So
and Allison Janney. But Allison Janney is a little bit older. Wait, can you?
Mm-hmm.
Can't. I
No,
can't.
you're just-
Hold on. I'm just trying to. It's too bright.
I blame the internets because
Who's
last time
Mallory?
Mallory Shasta Mallory from Family Ties was
Tell me
Justine
though,
Bateman.
can you see the?
She's great. I don't know who this is.
We saw her with who's the blonde from the Bunny movie?
Yeah, say her name.
I don't remember.
She was married to
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt. Yeah,
Chris Pratt.
Anna Faris.
Anna Faris, yes.
Yep, Mom was the name of the
Yes,
show.
Mom.
But Justine Bateman is nothing. 0%. Like
Okay, actually, this is a picture of her when she was about the same age. This is okay. Why? There's too much light. There's,
well, because no one said they could see us last time, so I made
Oh.
bright light,
Okay,
and now
back-
we got bright light.
back when Justine was the lead and Julia Roberts was a supporting actor.
I can't get no satisfaction. Was that the name of the movie? Justine Bateman. What was the movie with Justine Bateman?
I don't know. You're asking me, and I don't even know who this person is.
I need help thinking. Yeah, I can't get no satisfaction.
That's a song.
But it's also a movie with Justine Bateman.
Satisfaction is a good,
Okay,
bad
just Satisfaction.
80s
It's
movie.
such a good bad movie. That's another one we have to watch. Okay, what was the first one I said?
I don't know, but it's so hard because all of these comments are reminding me of the Aqua song, Back to the 80s.
Back to the
Back to
80s.
when Justine was the lead. Back to
when Justine was the lead.
Yeah. When
Should we all
Eminem
sing
was such a-
karaoke?
just a
Should we all
snack.
sing karaoke? Back when Eminem was just a snack.
Yeah.
That's another video I posted, which I was so proud of. That
Yeah.
Nobody watched.
Really?
Yeah. And like the slow clap one I just did, nobody watched it.
I love the slow clap.
The slow clap was an 80s icon. And here's the thing. I'm not complaining. You guys can watch it whatever you want.
Yeah. Whatever
But it's
is
like, I thought I
interesting.
was so proud of it. I was like, this is gonna be so great. Everyone can understand what I'm feeling. And it's like 190 views. I'm like, it's the slow clap. Like
It
Cool
was
Runnings.
literally in every movie.
Rudy. Right? The first movie with Winona Ryder, Lucas with Corey Haim.
I never saw that movie. I love
Oh my
Winona
goodness,
Ryder.
such a good movie.
Wait, was Corey Haim in Dream a Little Dream?
Yes, Corey Haim was in Dream a Little
I
Dream.
love that
He
movie.
was also in The Lost Boys.
Never
he-
saw. What was
Whoa!
was the guy who's
What do
like,
you mean never
dude,
saw?
Dude,
That was Dream a Little Dream.
was that Joel?
That was Joel.
Who played him?
I don't know, some guy that's not around anymore.
Really? Was Corey Haim the one with the cane then? Like,
Corey Haim was the one in the cane. Corey Feldman was the main character.
I mean, of course, Corey Feldman is hot.
Corey Feldman is still around and he's insane. He's literally lost his mind.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying he was hot.
Back then. Okay,
Yeah.
Corey, License to Drive.
Wait, with Charlie Sheen.
No.
And there's like a cigarette lighter,
No.
but it obvious was just a marker.
No.
What was that?
Ferris Bueller?
No.
At the end with Charlie Sheen?
No.
When he was sitting in the prison thing?
No.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
Don't look at them for
It would be my
help.
first time to watch all these movies. It would be my first time. Wait,
Here-
Midnight Madness was released by Disney, so it might be on Disney Plus. We have
That's
that.
true. It might be.
It might be on YouTube.
Should I
for
check?
satisfaction. Okay, I don't even know what
Okay.
that is. Wait,
She-
Speed. No, that was with.
That
Keanu
was a
Reeves.
good
I love
movie.
that movie.
No,
What
it wasn't
was it?
Speed.
Okay, listen.
No, I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about with the
License to
blonde
Kill.
girl.
No, that was Steven
with the
Seagal.
blonde girl.
I
She
love
played
Steven
Buffy.
Seagal.
She played
Oh,
Buffy.
Sarah Michelle Gellar.
No, she played the real Buffy in the movie, not the TV.
She's married to Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah, the Sarah Michelle Gellar
Yeah.
is. You're so 90s.
Yes, I am. I was a teenager in the 90s. I've said this for our entire
But
marriage.
okay, what's her name from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the movie? Not the TV show with Sarah Michelle Gellar. I can't remember her name. She was also Fudge. What is her name? Hey Google,
Okay.
who played Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Oh, wait, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh, don't give me the whole cast. I said who played Buffy. No. No. Hey Google, who put Kristen Swanson.
Oh, she was on
I didn't understand.
Google didn't
Wait,
understand.
was she from
But
the
you know what?
Teenage
You
Babysitter?
understand. Yes, Christy Swanson.
Was it from the
What's the-
Babysitter movie?
She was, oh my gosh, I can't handle this. She was not in Adventures in Babysitting.
No, that was the girl from the Married Show.
The Married Show? What is the Married
With
Show?
the red hair with the big
Elizabeth.
hair. No. Christina Applegate.
No, she was not in
not
Adventures
her.
in Babysitting.
Oh.
Try again. You know what? I'm
No, I
not.
don't
I'm
know.
not getting upset. I'm not getting upset. This is
Okay.
not how our marriage ends.
Shue. Elizabeth Shue?
Elizabeth Shue. Yes,
Okay.
Elizabeth Shue was
Okay.
in.
Something.
Shasta, Back to the Future, Cocktail,
Yeah.
Adventures in Babysitting, of course.
That was Elizabeth
Oh,
Shue?
she was the girl. She was the girl from the
Listen.
80s.
If I was born in the 80s.
But you weren't. Well,
And I-
you were. You were born in the 80s.
Yeah, I was 6 weeks. I was 6
6
weeks.
weeks?
I was 6 weeks away from being born in 1980.
She's born in 79. So it counts. She's an 80s girl, whether she wants to know it or not.
I just don't. I mean, Okay, listen.
I might be getting too passionate. I may be
okay.
too hostile for this.
The
but it's a-
Saint. We talked about that last night.
What about the Saint with Val
ever see
Kilmer?
Deadly Friend with Kirsty Swanson.
Christy, I'm looking up Christy Swanson.
I've never seen
What?
that.
Okay.
The Saint with Val Kilmer.
This is yeah.
Actually, you've never seen that movie.
Yeah, but I like Val Kilmer.
It's
You know
such
who was?
a good movie.
What was that movie with Bruce Willis?
Die Hard?
No, it was one of those where the fudge. Okay, I'm gonna look it up. Bruce Willis. So sad what happened to him, right?
Yeah. I've seen Sixth Sense.
It was similar to The Saint. Oh yeah.
Oh, Elizabeth Shue was in The Saint.
What was the blind one?
Wait, yeah, Deadly Friend is creepy. Deadly Friend? What's that about?
No, these are all his popular movies.
He's the old.
Fudge.
Wait, has the old lady from Goonies and
The old lady from the
train in it, Miss?
Yes.
Kelly.
Do you remember her?
Yeah, of course. I love the Goonies.
No. Do you remember the lady, the evil one, the bad lady?
In the Goonies?
And she was older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about her?
I don't know.
Okay. Great story.
I wasn't telling a story. They were telling a story.
I actually really love the Goonies with Sean
Spy.
Astin and Corey Feldman.
They're making a sequel.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you know?
I hate the theater now because ours sucks.
Oh, I hate the theater. You have to, first of all, you have to
Go online.
go online,
Choose seats.
choose a
I
seat,
hate
reserve it.
Yeah.
There was something magical about the 80s and 90s. You
Yeah.
just showed up. You waited in a long line because
waited
that's
in
what you
such
do.
a long line.
Yeah, because that's what you had to
And
do.
you could afford popcorn, a soda, and a candy. Now,
Yeah.
so we took our two
No.
of our kids, to see a movie. I can't remember which one. They got a popcorn and soda.
This
and
is
a candy.
irritating me.
Him and I got nothing at all. And then the movie seats. And it was $90.
The 80s need to come back. I
Yeah.
saw Spaceballs in the movie theater.
That's one of our best friends' favorite movies.
Yeah. You haven't seen it.
I've never seen it.
She needs to
She's younger
tell
than me.
everyone. No, everyone tell her how great Spaceballs is. Rick
Yeah,
Moranis.
she is.
Okay, I snuck. Okay, here, my friend, I can say his name, Chad. That's all I know. First name. I don't know where he is now, but we were best friends.
Yeah.
We boiled hot dogs. We put them in buns. No, there's more. We stuck them in our coats. We walked into Spaceballs and loaded with hot dogs in our coat.
Home dogs.
Home dogs. And we watched Spaceballs probably for the third time.
Yeah.
And we just ate boiled hot dogs in the 80s, watching a $2 movie,
Yeah.
which was the Mel Brooks classic.
I feel like unless you hear somebody open a can of soda in a movie theater, you're
It's not a
gonna
movie.
experience a real movie.
You like it's quiet, it's dark.
Yeah.
Right?
In my head, it's always a Pepsi.
And then a can drops.
And then it rolls.
And you're all just like, yep, this is totally purchased from the concession stand. What happened to $2 movies? What
Yeah.
happened to 80s goodness, right?
Yeah.
And 90s goodness.
Yeah.
I never thought of that movie with Bruce Willis.
I had forgotten what we were even doing.
There's a movie with Bruce Willis. I remember him like he had a sniper rifle.
Die Hard.
Nope. But Die Hard is great. It was
Yeah.
later than that. I remember him blonde. He was blonde.
No.
Yeah.
I've only seen 2 Bruce Willis movies.
I'm going to say he was blonde. See if
But I could be wrong.
you've only
Obviously, Die
wait,
Hard.
whoa. You've only seen 2 Bruce Willis movies.
Die Hard.
Fifth Element,
Never saw.
Moonlighting.
Never
It's
saw.
a show.
Wait,
but that
no. Okay,
counts.
wait, no. Listen. I've seen 3. Die Hard. Hudson Hawk.
The Jackal is what I was thinking of. Sorry,
Never
go
heard
ahead.
of it.
You saw Hudson Hawk?
With you.
Okay. Here's the thing. Okay, there was a movie theater called Metro 4 Cinemas.
Yeah.
It was in the town we used to live in, and
Yeah.
it was a $2 theater.
Yeah, it was.
I went by myself because I was a big movie file. I was an 80s nerd,
Yeah.
dorky guy, and I walked in, paid my $2, saw Hudson Hawk,
Yeah.
and it was so underrated. It has been panned as the worst movie ever.
It was a good movie.
It was
the
so
thing is, I
good.
think why it was so bad was because it was like a musical.
Yeah, it
But
wasn't.
you and I
Well,
love
I mean, it wasn't a musical,
musicals.
but it wasn't
There was
expected.
a lot of music.
It wasn't expected from Bruce Willis. And okay, there's a guy who played the bad guy in Hudson Hawk. He was also in a movie called The Warlock.
I don't know.
Oh goodness, help, chat, help! I can't remember things.
Moonlighting also had Booger in it.
Booger! Booger!
All episodes are on.
Don't leave me hanging.
I don't even
Booger.
know what this is.
Okay,
Are
they're
on Tub?
fudge, man.
Tubi. Tubi sounds familiar.
It's a video streaming service.
Oh, okay.
Who played Booger?
Fifth Element. Oh yeah, Jackal. The other movie I saw was Sixth Sense. Those are the 3 movies I saw with.
Hey, he's dead the whole time. Don't tell
You
anyone.
told everybody yesterday.
Shh, I did?
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
No, it said, do you mean the boogeyman? No, who played Booger? What was his name? Richard? No, Curtis. Curtis Armstrong. I don't even need this. Curtis Armstrong played Booger in Revenge of the Nerds.
Never saw it.
Oh my gosh, and he was also in.
Doing that.
Will you watch Moonlighting with me? We should do a rewatch of Moonlighting. We take a whole.
It wouldn't be a rewatch. I've never seen it.
It'd be-
Anything that we watch the 80s, we should just watch
Okay.
it and talk about it.
Here's
But
the thing.
we get to eat popcorn.
Yeah, we can eat popcorn. Do whatever you want.
Wait, can you hear it on the speaker though? Would it be too loud?
Oh yeah, we're gonna be eating in theirs.
Don't do that. Nobody wants to hear it.
So Booger, Curtis Armstrong, was also a character in the TV show Moonlighting. Tell me if this sounds interesting to you.
Okay.
So there's a detective agency called, I don't remember what it's called. It doesn't matter what
The
it's called.
Pinkertons.
No, it's not the Pinkertons. So Bruce Willis works at this detective agency. Maddie, who is Sybil Shepherd, do you know who she is?
Yeah.
She is a kind of a rich girl, and she's like, I own this detective agency, and it's not doing well, and she comes into hard times, and all her finances are wiped out.
Okay.
So all she has is like this detective agency with Bruce Willis, and he plays the detective David Addison. I hope I'm getting this right, all you 80s people.
If not, call him out. Chewing the new ASMR.
You're welcome, everybody. Let's just chew into this.
Detective Agency.
Blue Moon. That's what it was called. Blue
Thank
Moon
you,
Detective.
Star Marvel 76.
So Blue Moon Detective Agency.
Mhm.
Bruce Willis was the detective. He kind of ran the whole show, right?
Yeah.
And she was on hard times,
Yeah.
and she owned it, but she didn't know she owned it. This was one
Wait,
of.
how do you not know?
No, she was rich. She's an elite, uppity woman who owned so many things, and then she falls on hard times. I think her husband kind of screwed her. Can I
Is
say
this
that?
like Schitt's Creek, the TV show?
No, it's nothing like that.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so all she has left is Blue Moon Detective Agency, and she
Okay.
wants to shut it down. She wants to sell it.
Okay.
And then Bruce Willis is like, no, let's do this. Let's make a detective agency out of it. It is the first rom-com that I remember as a child
Okay. Is it
coming
a
into
movie
my
or
own.
show?
It's a TV show.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Do you think it holds
And
up?
they kind of fall in love, but they have this animosities where they kind of combat each
I
other.
love those type of shows.
But there's always that like will they, won't they thing.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. I am so sad about Bruce Willis.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
sad.
What's it called? Aphasia? Is that what it's called that he has?
I don't remember.
Hey, Google, what's aphasia?
According to Wikipedia, aphasia, also known as dysphagia, is an impairment in a person's ability to comprehend or formulate
anything.
brain regions.
And it's so sad.
Stroke and head trauma.
Like,
I'm sorry.
no, you don't have to apologize. I know I
know
take
you
things
love
personally.
Bruce
I'm
Willis,
so
though.
shut up, Google.
I'm so sensitive. Shut up, Google.
I am such a sensitive person.
Yeah, you
Here's
are.
the thing. So here's my cycle with Bruce Willis. I knew him originally when I found him was in the movie Blind Date and the TV show Moonlighting. Yes, I loved Die Hard. And then it came out that he was kind of a jerk. Kevin Smith talked about him in the movie Cop Out,
Yeah.
if anyone remembers that.
But I like
And Kevin Smith, I love Kevin Smith. You know that.
I know that.
And he kind of said, here's this guy who's not so great. And then Bruce Willis called Kevin Smith and said, look, I was messed up. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. I was so rude. And he made amends. He made amends for everything he did. Then he got aphasia, which means he doesn't even know who he is anymore.
Yeah.
Did you see that video with Demi Moore at his birthday
Yeah,
when
I
he
did.
acted like he didn't even know where he was?
Yeah, I did see
It
that.
is literally heartbreaking. I don't like to see that anyone. Okay. So the TV show Benson, I loved it. They're all dead. They're all dead, right? The girl that played Gretchen, dead. Robert Guillaume, who played Benson, dead. They're all dead. It sucks so bad. That was such a good show.
I'm sorry.
It sucks, right? It sucks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know we're all having fun. I brought it down. I apologize, but it just sucks that everything I loved is gone. It's gone.
Wait, there's so much. Do you remember the 1986 Bruce Willis Top 40 single Respect Yourself?
Oh my goodness, of course I do. Bruno. He was Bruno for a bit.
Sisters?
Yeah, he was Bruno for a bit. He put on this persona like he was what's it, blues? Like a bluesy singer. You gotta respect yourself. He called himself Bruno. It was not Bruce Willis, it was Bruno.
I don't know.
Eddie
this.
Murphy did the same thing. Do you remember that song with Michael Jackson? What's up with you?
No.
So funny. And of course, everyone remembers Eddie Murphy is like, my girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party
Who
all
was
the
that?
time.
Eddie
That's Eddie
Murphy?
Murphy. Donkey from Shrek.
Was he also on Beverly Hills?
We're
Cops?
getting waffles. Yeah, Beverly Hills Cops.
Okay, I love
as you
that.
said it.
I love
Axel
that
Foley.
series. Yeah.
Okay. Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, great. People hate Beverly Hills Cop 3, but it was so good in the amusement park.
Yeah.
And we saw the newest one. I think it was called Axel Foley. Was that what it was called?
It was good.
It was so good.
I like those type of movies though.
Love Eddie Murphy. Back
My
from
favorite-
Gumby.
Gumby?
Sorry, he played Gumby. Okay, African American guy, full on Gumby costume.
The green
like,
stretchy guy?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
Gumby, dang it. He didn't say dang it, but you get what he was saying.
Yeah. I think he's hilarious.
Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. He was like a ghetto version of Mr. Rogers.
Oh, I never heard of that.
Wow, you got so much to learn. I'm talking a lot. You're not talking enough. Your turn. 90s girl, go. It's all on you. We're all looking.
Wait, hold
at
on.
you.
There's more. Wow, there's a lot.
Buckwheat. Buckwheat. So Eddie Murphy had this. Okay?
Played the harmonica.
Oh my
I
goodness.
have no idea
Oh
what
my
any of this is.
You guys are getting me all the feels. Okay, Buckwheat. Do you know the Little Rascals?
Yeah.
It was like
Wait, was he the one with the hair
that's one character from a Little Rascal.
Yeah.
Alfalfa. He
Alfalfa,
had Buckwheat was the African American kid from the Little. There was only one because it was what, the 50s, 40s. What, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And he had the big whole poofy afro. So later in the 80s, Eddie Murphy's like, I'm Buckwheat, and he had the big old afro. He's so funny. Oh my goodness. Here's the thing, right? There's so many things like Eddie Murphy Raw, Eddie Murphy Delirious. They would not be okay today. He said so many things. If anyone remembers The Honeymooners, there's a skit he does with the honeymoon. I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, don't do it.
I'm not going to repeat it. But it was funny. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
I just watched Playing with Fire with my 10-year-old
Oh
last
my
week.
goodness. Yes.
Do you remember the Gary Coleman made-for-TV movie called Playing with Fire? Oh, okay, that's why it came up cool.
Let me
That
look it
was
up.
out of control.
Let me look it up.
Okay, while you look it up, my favorite movie
Sam
series.
Kinison. Go ahead. I'm gonna look this up.
My favorite movie series is Bad Boys.
So good.
Yeah, and then I love Beverly Hills Cops. I like anything.
Why do you say it plural? There's
Is it
only one
Beverly Hills
cop.
Cop?
There's only one cop. Eddie
It's
Murphy
not
is
cops?
the cop. He's
Well, it's
the
Bad
cop.
Boys.
I mean, Judge Reinhold and the other guy, I don't remember his name, is there.
He
but
just passed away in real life, right?
who? Judge Reinhold?
No, the other guy.
Oh, yeah, the other guy.
Yeah.
Shoot. This is so disrespectful. Who played the other guy in Beverly Hills Cop?
Like the chief or something?
Yeah. Oh. Did you guys see the new Beverly Hills Cop show? What was it called?
Movie?
Axel F? Axel
Yeah.
Foley? I don't remember
Yeah, it
what
was
it's called.
something like that. It was such
What
a
was
good
the
movie.
Gary Coleman show movie that they're talking about?
That
The
fool
last
was out of control. No. Cool. I don't know. They're not saying.
Gary Coleman TV movie Playing with Fire.
Oh, yeah. Playing with fire. They did say.
I want to see because I probably saw it. I literally, my babysitter in the 80s was TV.
Oh.
Like my parents literally ignored me, and I would turn on my 13-inch black and white TV, and it was all about TV.
My babysitter were books.
Books.
I love
nerd alert. No, I love you so much.
I love you too.
Are you referring to an actual moment?
You got me hooked on movies.
No.
I never got you hooked on books.
Girl, you don't even know what you missed, though, right? Oh, there's so many things happening. Like, first of all, whoever said brain games is now over. That is so solidified in my mind. Brain games is now over. And I thought I was...
never heard of it. Is until you showed us
So,
that chicken one.
The chicken one? I
Wasn't
didn't...
that?
No chicken?
Yeah. A chicken one.
Oh, yeah. There was an egg. There was an egg.
Yeah.
Because it's the brain. This is your brain on drugs.
I mean,
Any
I remember
questions?
that.
That wasn't the same thing. But, yeah, there was a brain. Okay.
Okay.
Playing with Fire is a 1985 American made-for-television drama film starring Gary Coleman in his first dramatic role. Okay, it also starred Cicely Tyson, Ron O'Neal, and Yaphet Kotto. Do you guys remember? This is such a derail. Do you remember Big Trouble in Little China?
Never heard of it.
Kurt Russell.
Oh,
You never heard of it with
I've
Kim
heard of Kurt
Cattrall.
Russell.
Well, of course you
Kim
heard it.
Cattrall is from Mannequin and Sex and the City.
Yes for Mannequin.
I love
You win.
Mannequin.
You got a Mannequin was great with
And-
Andrew McCarthy.
Yes, and then Kurt Russell was from Overboard.
Yes,
With
Kurt.
Goldie Hawn.
Yes,
I
double
love that
five.
movie.
That was such a good movie. But in Big Trouble in Little China, he played he was just like a truck driver, I think. You have to see it. It's crazy. It's bonkers, but so much fun happens. Anyway.
I kind of feel like we need an 80s movie night.
Yeah, 80s movie night. What we need to do is find something that we're allowed to stream on YouTube so we can... Oh, it's our child. He's screaming. We need to find a movie that's not going to be copyright stricken, right?
Wait, just to clarify, by screaming, we mean he's playing an online
Yeah,
game
he's
with
playing
friends.
a game and screaming, woo!
Yeah, not that
let's
he's
go!
screaming and needs help. He's actually not young, so it's fine.
Okay, so this film premiered in 1985. So here's the plot. The story centers on David Phillips, played by Gary Coleman, a troubled teenager
Ooh.
grappling with his parents' separation and declining academic performance. Struggling to cope with these challenges, David turns to arson.
Arson?
Whoa!
Whoa, my parents
Wait,
are struggling in their marriage. I'm gonna go set
I'm gonna
them
burn
on
some
fire.
stuff, right? Who suggested that? Do you need help? Hashtag
John
help.
Ritter. I love John
No.
Ritter's made-for-TV movie, The Comeback Kid, was on HBO all the time. I watched it recently, and Patrick Swayze is in it.
Oh my
years before
gosh.
he was famous.
There's so much I can say about
Wait,
John
hold
Ritter.
on. What? Who should locked Gary Coleman up?
Who should
What?
lock him up?
What does that mean?
Who? What?
That's what Star Marvel 76 said. John
Patrick
Ashton is the
Swayze
cop
is-
who recently died. Thank you.
Who
Yeah,
should
but
lock?
played the fire chief.
Who should have locked Gary Coleman up? Explain yourself, sir. You got some splaining to do. No one should lock Gary Coleman up.
Okay, I love John Ritter. If
Okay.
I could meet one
No.
actor,
Yep. Let's
would
talk
be-
about John Ritter.
it would be John Ritter. I know he's passed on.
Yes. And it's so sad because he had
Yeah.
an aneurysm literally on 10 rules for dating my 8
Teenage
rules.
daughter.
Was it 10 rules?
I never saw
8
that
Simple
show.
Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Yeah.
I never saw it either. But here's what I know about John Ritter. I loved Three's Company.
I know.
Jack Tripper was the best character, and
yeah.
John Ritter played him to perfection.
Yeah, perfection.
It is by far the best TV show ever made, and no one can argue that.
And then Janet was played by Joyce.
Joyce DeWitt.
Yeah, Joyce DeWitt. But then the person who played the other roommate was always changing. I remember
Suzanne Summers.
She left because they weren't giving her enough money.
Patricia.
Right?
I'm not going to get her name right. Yeah, there was some contract disputes.
Yeah.
And then,
She
so they would have
such a good ditzy blonde.
She was so good at it, and yet money ruined everything, right?
The thing is, probably she was right, because back then women didn't get paid as.
Oh,
maybe it
for
still happens.
sure,
I don't know.
For sure,
I've been a
she was
stay-at-home
right.
mom for so long. I don't
No,
know.
for sure, she was right.
Yeah, she was very talented.
Yeah, she went on to Step by Step and Thigh Master.
Yeah, my sister, my mother, and I were just talking about the Thigh Master.
What are you talking about? It
just like
that it exists.
No,
that your thighs were mastered.
Well, I used to have it, and just like if they have a Thigh Master, it just seems like, is that an abductor? And then if you push out, it's an adductor, right? Or is it the opposite?
I don't know. It was a spring that you squeeze between your legs.
Yeah. Well, I know. Really, though, you don't need it. You can stand up and do the same stuff. But they were talking about how they want it.
Oh my goodness. ChatGPT, our third person in this story. It's thinking, okay, got it. You're talking about 3. Yeah, of course I was. Okay, not Janet Wood. We know Joyce DeWitt, ride or die, Janet Wood, hashtag hottest one on the show.
Okay, save that John Ritter movie to my playlist. Thanks. Laugh out loud. Yeah, made for teen movies. What is a teen movie?
Made for TV movie.
Oh, okay. In the 80s, were very dramatic, and they definitely would not make them today. I just watched the Bulimia movie.
Everyone is so serious now.
So serious.
So
we've raised kids for a very long time.
Baxter. Who played the mom in Family Ties? Some Meredith Baxter Burney.
Okay.
Sorry, that was a side.
We've raised kids for a long time.
Yeah.
Because we have kids ranging.
It's a big word.
Yeah, from 28
yes
to 12.
Yes.
When our kids who are older went to school,
it
was so easy.
Okay.
I mean, because I was really involved in the school, everything was so easy. Everything was so friendly. And then we get like halfway through our kids, because we have a bunch, and everything, the middle child started changing to the point that our youngest ended up having to be homeschooled because schools just went crazy. It's so weird to me. That's a mom
crazy.
Rant, though.
Mom rant. Hashtag
even
mom
the
rant.
After school specials would be.
Oh, they're so good, so edgy. Everyone is so afraid these days, right? The 80s were great. Oh, Ryan White.
Who's that?
So he was probably one of the first homosexual children.
Oh, okay.
And he was killed. Yeah.
Just because he was homosexual?
Just because he was homosexual.
Oh, that's
so
stupid.
frustrating,
that's like
right?
a person's life
over something you don't even care about. Like if someone else is homosexual, I don't care.
Well, that person cared, but why?
No, I'm just saying, why would you be so mad at someone like, oh, you don't do the same thing I do? I'm so mad. I'm going to take your life.
A life is so precious.
So precious.
It's not our decision.
Nope.
We're not here to judge other people.
No.
No.
Girl, this is why I love you.
I love you too, babe.
Okay.
Okay.
Three's Company. But yes, Ryan White, let's all remember.
I don't know him, but that is a sad
It's
story.
so sad.
I hate hearing that stuff. How old was he?
Oh, he was a kid. He's like a teenager, like a teen. Hey, Google. How old was Ryan White when he passed away?
Ryan White was 18 years
18.
old.
18.
Wait, hold on. No, he got AIDS from his dentist?
Hey, Google. Tell me all you know about Ryan White.
It says he got AIDS from blood transfusion. He got it from and was...
Yeah, he wasn't even gay. That's even worse. Google's thinking.
ryanwhite.hrsa.gov. They say Ryan White was 13.
Ryan White was 13, was diagnosed with AIDS from a blood transfusion in December. Living in Kokomo, Indiana.
6 months.
He had
left.
6 months to live when he was diagnosed. Discrimination caused him to pass away.
Wait, discrimination of what?
Yeah, from having AIDS. He was discriminated
But
against
he got AIDS from
a blood transfusion. So I apologize. He was not homosexual.
Okay.
I was wrong
Well,
about
still,
that.
But
That's even crazier,
that's
right?
Even crazier because he had a blood transfusion.
Nothing he did
13,
wrong.
He
At
did
13.
nothing wrong.
Just a
He
kid.
got AIDS.
Who said that?
He
Who
was
got us all riled up?
discriminated.
I'm all riled up
Dang, I
now.
always heard wrong. Yeah, apparently so did Kevin. My bad.
Yeah,
He
I'm
was a
sorry.
Hemophiliac. Oh, well,
So low blood count?
I think that's. I don't know.
Okay, we're going to shift gears.
Yeah, we're not medical doctors.
This is, listen, anything I said, I'm an idiot. Just be
This
clear. I'm a dummy.
This is why he makes a great husband.
I know nothing and I can admit my faults.
Okay,
But
okay.
let's talk about who played the third roommate in Three's Company and who's your favorite.
Okay. Well,
I know
Suzanne
my
Summers
favorite.
is my favorite.
Okay. You haven't even heard the others.
I watched the show.
Ugh.
We own all the DVDs.
Chrissy Snow played.
What?
Yes, I do.
What?
Okay,
Why
Chrissy,
did you
no.
stop like that?
No. That's serious talk. We're talking about serious topics.
Okay.
Okay.
Very serious face.
Janet Wood, played by Joyce DeWitt from
We-
beginning to end. Yeah,
we
Janet
know.
Wood, the best one. Probably,
Huh?
no, as far as like, can I say this, hotness goes?
Oh,
Best one, right?
you think she's the hottest
Out of all three of them. I mean, yeah.
John Ritter is the hottest.
Okay, yeah, but you're a girl. Okay, listen.
But you know, he's always been my celebrity crush. Always.
Chrissy
So,
Snow, played by Suzanne Summers from
Yeah.
season 1 through season 5.
Yeah,
Your favorite?
John Ritter.
No, out of the girl, the blonde. The blondie's the
Yes,
interchange.
Suzanne Summers. Yes.
Cindy Snow,
No.
played by Ginny Lee Harrison, played in seasons 5 and 6, was Chrissy's cousin. You know what they did? Because Suzanne Summers was still under contract.
Yeah.
So they had to incorporate her in the show.
Yeah.
So they would have Cindy call her on the phone, be like, "Hi, Chrissy, how are you?" And then Suzanne Summers would be like on a separate, because they didn't want her on set because she was toxic at the time. I'm not saying she didn't.
Was?
I'm not saying she did anything wrong, but she wanted more money. And
okay. So she
the
just,
producers were like, "No, you're not welcome on this show."
I feel like they should have just paid her more money.
Yeah, women should equal the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Cindy and Janet did anything different than John Ritter. I think they were equal. They should have all got paid the same.
Listen, John Ritter is hilarious.
The best.
I'm not saying he should get paid more because he's a guy.
Terry. No, spoiler alert, Terry is the best.
Terry, really?
By far.
No, she was the nurse.
Yes.
She was just so serious.
Oh, Shasta.
You've
Just made so many enemies. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm allowed. It's just my opinion. Wait, hold on. My crush.
Terry
was
Alden.
Punky Brewster. Yes.
Oh, shoot. Now we got to go down a whole Punky
was
Brewster.
Punky Brewster was that the woman?
Soleil Moon Fry was her name.
Wait, is she?
Respect.
Is she on The Rookie?
I don't know. I don't watch The Rookie. You watch The Rookie. In Punky Brewster, she had mismatched shoes.
Yeah.
And she was a kid.
Here's
And
what I think.
her friend Cherry got stuck in a refrigerator.
Huh?
And it was a very special episode.
As in how?
As in how you don't go into a refrigerator. Kids, don't sit in a refrigerator. Okay, we're getting distracted.
Wait.
We haven't even gotten to the best part.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
You're allowed to say anything. Well, within reason. Don't get us canceled. YouTube, we love you. I don't know. So, okay, all she said was Punky Brewster might have been on the spectrum.
Just we have
like
two
the
kids
character,
who are.
the character.
Yeah, the character.
I don't think so.
I have never seen it.
What? What?
But you did say she wore two different colored shoes.
Well, yeah, she was weird. That's why everyone resonated with her, because she was like,
yeah.
"Oh, I'm weird." Also, back in the 80s, we didn't have a spectrum. It wasn't a thing.
Well, two of our kids are, but one of our kids is weird, and I can see him doing that.
I get that, but at the time, we didn't know what that was. You just dealt with it.
Okay.
You were where you were.
Okay, so actually, that because it's a character, not the person, it probably she wasn't. Otherwise, it would be a way for other kids who were to be like, oh, there's somebody like me.
It probably spoke to a lot of children at the time who
Yeah.
didn't understand what was going on. They're like, I'm also a little different.
I love the 80s and 90s. But one thing that I love about now is that there's more acceptance for people and children who are on the spectrum.
Yeah.
Yeah, more resources.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of thing about the 80s that I love that they didn't, there was no PC, there was no political correctness. You were what you were.
Yeah.
But that is one thing I feel that is a good thing now.
Yeah.
That mental illness is identified as what it is.
Yeah. It's
back
no
then
longer...
you just dealt with it.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Terry Alden, played by Priscilla Barnes, by far, as someone stated, the best third party in Three's Company.
The third roommate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember the episode? No, you don't remember.
We have it. You watch it.
Do you
all the
remember
time.
where? So, John Ritter as Jack Shipper thought he was going to play a joke, and Larry
Yeah.
thought, yeah, you should do this, and it was to spray her in the face with a seltzer bottle. And she's like, yeah, go ahead and do it, Jack. Do you not remember that?
No.
Oh my goodness,
to
that
watch
was
that episode
heartbreaking.
tomorrow.
Heartbreaking,
What?
right?
I never saw it.
Because she knew that it was a prank. And she's like, go ahead, Jack. Give it to me. Spray me in the face. And he did. No, I take that back. He didn't. He turned it on himself and he sprayed himself.
See, this is why he's so funny.
John Ritter. John Ritter
Are you
was
okay?
No, he was so great. John Ritter was so great.
Yeah. He has always been my celebrity crush.
Yeah, for sure. Oh my goodness. I can't handle it.
Roper or Furley?
Furley.
Yeah.
Furley, Don Knotts.
Yeah, Don
By
Knotts.
far. Okay, I love the Ropers. Like,
didn't they make a spin-off show?
Yeah, the Ropers is what it was called.
Okay.
So Mr. Roper, yeah, he did the deadpan turn to the camera thing, but Mr. Don Knotts was amazing.
Yeah.
Not just in Three's Company. Don Knotts was amazing in The Shakiest Gun in the West.
Never seen it.
Oh,
Never even heard of
what's the one that Robin Williams remade?
MASH.
No. Robin Williams remade it. Flubber? But it was originally done by
something
Don
about
Knotts.
scientist that had a green.
Oh my
thing.
goodness. Who said that? You're my new favorite person.
What?
The Don Knotts thing. Furley.
Roper or Furley was 44 Diesel.
Oh my goodness.
Mrs. Roper, Mr. Furley. The Ropers as a duo over Furley, but it's close. Apple Dumpling Gang. What does that
Oh my
mean?
goodness, that's a movie, a Disney movie. So back in probably way before I was born, they had all these Disney movies, but I saw them when I was a kid. Escape from Witch Mountain, Disney movie. Apple Dumpling Game with Don Knotts, a Disney movie. There was all these do you remember the Wonderful World of Disney? It's a movie presentation. You all gathered around the TV. Yeah, there were commercials, but you watched these movies. The cat. What's the cat with the thing around his neck? Someone tell me. Or Chomps. Do you remember Chomps, the dog?
No,
oh my goodness. It was like a bionic dog. Oh my goodness. Someone just triggered something deep. Oh my goodness. I can't handle it.
Okay. Private Eyes. Yes, Mrs. Roper has made a comeback with Zers.
I love
Mrs. Space.
The cat from outer space with the little collar.
Star Marvel Chomp scared me as a kid.
Chomps was amazing. Okay.
The Shaggy DA.
That was a good one. Okay, let's stop at Chomps.
Okay.
So there was this dog, and he was a robot dog. He was not a real dog, but they would lift off his fur, and you saw these electronics. So as a kid, you're like, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
But he'd be like, Chomps, 479, and we go into attack mode, and he was like a little terrier. I think it was a terrier.
Okay.
Like the dog on Frasier.
Wait, no, that's a Jack Russell.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't matter. It's a little tiny dog. Point is, it was like this bionic dog, and he would just kick booty. He would Chomps, 479. He'd be like, no. And he would just annihilate the bad guys. Chomps was so great, and it wasn't just Chomps, like Chomps, the word. It was CHOMPS.
Oh, like an acronym?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about Don Knotts because now you guys, Don Knotts was amazing, even from Andy Griffith.
Oh yeah, I said MASH, but it was Andy.
It was
Griffith's
Andy
show.
Griffith, and he was the deputy. Barney Fife. Oh my goodness.
I've never seen it. I didn't like MASH. I
He
never
did
saw
this
that
face,
either,
like,
but-
I can't even
like
do it.
Fanny from Ghost
No,
UK.
not like Fanny. You always go back to Fanny from
Oh,
the
she's
Ghost.
so funny.
Like he was.
Ooh.
I'm gonna Google it, and we're gonna
Okay.
show it to everyone.
Okay, Earth Star Voyager, Little Spies, Rat
Farts.
Patrol,
I can't handle all
The
these
Race King, and
nostalgias.
the Carnival Caper,
You guys have given me content for literally the next year.
the Shaggy DA, Fuzz Bucket.
Fuzz bucket.
That's one of them.
Rude.
That's your new nickname. Earlier it was Spaghetti.
This face. He made this face. This face
Oh.
all the time, right?
No,
Ah.
they can't see it.
I
We tried it
know.
Earlier.
Guys,
It's like-
I need help with. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure it out.
Good luck. I tried earlier. There you go. You did it.
That face.
Yeah, I did
That's the Don Knotts
it. I did it
face.
perfectly.
You did?
I
Show me your Don Knotts face.
already did it.
Do it again.
Check out Ali these Sunday Disney movies. They are awesome. Oh, I think it's supposed to be all.
If we could,
We have Disney now.
no, we have Disney Plus, but do you think we could get away with like live streaming a Disney Plus movie and talk about it while we watch it?
I don't
Would
know.
you guys even want to do that? That seems.
Nobody has said anything.
I know. I just asked it.
Still nothing.
Listen, Shasta.
Yes.
Yeah, that's all. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Don Knotts because someone got me on the Don. He is so funny. Was
Do you
so
know who
funny.
I love?
John Ritter.
Besides that, Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van. Okay,
He's
you're
so
getting me
talented.
derailed again. I literally watch the Dick Van Dyke Show all the time with Sally Field. I know it's not the 80s. It's way before the
Oh, it's
80s.
before.
Oh, so like the 50s.
Because you watched it.
I love it.
Yeah, Kevin goes through these phases where he watches shows while I made dinner. So I watched them while cooking.
We can
Dick
save.
Van Dyke,
We can save
Three's
Dick
Company.
for the next time.
The Brady Bunch,
I love the Brady Bunch.
The Office, of course, and then
I mean,
Friends.
yeah. Okay. Don grew up in West Virginia during the Great Depression. His father died when he was young, and
Aw.
Knotts was raised by his mother alone. He was naturally shy and introverted, but found confidence through performing. He served in the U.S. Army during the World War II, entertaining troops as part of a special performance unit.
Aw,
How cool is that,
is so
right?
cool.
So 1960 to 1968, Don played Barney Fife, the bumbling, overconfident deputy sheriff. Like I saw it reruns, obviously, because I was not around back then. But oh my goodness, I loved Andy Griffith.
Never seen it. What's the one with the dog?
The dog, Chomps.
It's like a golden retriever, maybe.
Are you thinking of like a what's Lassie?
I never saw that
No,
one.
I didn't watch Lassie as a kid. I hated it.
Why?
That and Flipper. I don't know. It was so
What's
like
Flipper?
the
Oh,
dolphin.
the
The
dolphin?
dolphin that was
Mm.
super smart. It was super dumb.
No,
Okay, no, you know
Okay,
what?
Go ahead.
So I got home from school as
Mhm.
a kid. I
Mhm.
turned on this Andy Griffith
Okay.
and Brady Bunch. His portrayal became iconic, nervous energy, over the top bravado, and perfect. Okay, I want to show this. I want to show this because, yes, he was a nervous, bumbling idiot as Barney Fife.
Harry Anderson.
Shoot.
Cheers. Night Court. ITTV movie. Also in One Tales from the Dark Side episode.
Barney Fife. No, that's not gonna. My phone's almost dead, so we may have to end this soon. But I'm gonna try it. Barney Fife, although he was a bumbling fool, was a big times ladies' man. Like, look at that. Look at that.
Hmm.
He was all into the ladies, and he. What do you mean, huh?
I mean, that looks staged. I'm not saying
It wasn't staged. He was such a ladies' man, and all the ladies loved him.
He seems like he's a good guy, so I get it.
What about that one? There were so many ladies that loved Don Knotts.
I mean, he seems really awesome. He has a really huge smile, which I love.
Okay.
I think the smile is so important.
Three's Company, 1979 to 1984.
Okay.
That was his golden era for me.
Mm-hmm.
He played Ralph Furley, the flamboyant, leisure suit wearing landlord, replaced the Ropers by Norman Fell and Audra Lindley, who also have passed away since then, right? Everyone has passed away.
Wow.
It's really sad. Okay. Nope. We're not gonna. We need to wrap it up because my phone is like 10%.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
But it just says turn battery saving on because I have like 10% left. So we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for those that stuck around. There's 10 of you here. And I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for subscribing and liking. Whatever you do, I don't care. I do this for me. And if you guys join, I love it. I love it so much. Y'all make all this nostalgia trip down the road for me so special.
Yeah.
And this is the 90s girl, and I'm the 80s boy. But together, we're going to just
Hold on. By the way, I really like your theme song on your videos. It's awesome. Wait a minute. There's 2 of them.
2 minutes.
No, there are 2 theme songs.
Well, which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like, it's a retro renaissance channel. All these 80s, they're gonna be fun. And there's the like.
The newer one. I can never
I can't remember.
I like your first one better.
I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
I'm gonna play it because it's on my YouTube music. It's on YouTube music, so
yeah. But which one is which one do you like so much? I like the first one better.
Oh yeah, She does like the first one better.
I literally walk around this house singing it. Wait, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's
a good one, right?
Yeah.
I should go back to it.
Yeah, you should.
I got distracted by all the cool stuff and like everyone telling me was it this one? This is the new one.
That's the second one.
Everything was black leather and ripped jeans through the night. Kings and queens of rock and roll.
Dancing to the
Rhythm of the night.
losing control.
Setting the world on fire.
I still like your first one better.
I know, but this is so fun, right? The 80s were the best. Forget. You won't forget. Retro Renaissance. Take me back where it all began.
No, not that one.
But it's so good.
It's not as good. It's not as good.
So the first
one's better.
The first one was made by like a couple Indian guys from India, and they're like they were like, we're gonna make this song for you, and I was like, it's great.
Yeah.
But this one I like. Okay.
No, the first one's better.
Okay, so you guys are voting the first one. Okay, let me get that first one. We're gonna compare. I really have to use the restroom, but.
What do you still have the thing that fan wrote for you?
That's the same one. What?
Yeah, that's the same one.
I know. I'm working on it.
I like the video of it when you have where it was like Emilio Estevez and all.
Oh my gosh, it's such a
backwards. I love that.
Right? I worked so hard on that, and then it was like 10 views. I was like, but I put my heart and soul in that.
Views. I love that video.
Everything's playing the old one.
Because you've been playing it for a long time.
Because I love it.
No, your older one is better. That's just my opinion. No worries.
No.
When is the next live show?
I don't know. This is so much fun.
Star Marvel, I agree with you. It's your opinion. It's also my opinion.
No. This is
Blue October.
Blue October best. Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. I can't
Yeah.
find the old one.
We
It's
know
in here
what it
somewhere.
is.
Yeah.
We know.
It's Retro Renaissance Channel. All these 80s. It's gonna be fun. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We'll do more of these if you want.
Wait, somebody said, when is the next live show?
I don't know. Tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
The next day?
No, probably not Monday.
Why not?
I don't know.
Because it's Monday.
Monday.
I don't know. Soon.
Tomorrow,
Hopefully
probably.
soon. I love you guys. I
Hopefully
appreciate you. You guys make everything I do worthwhile. I'm leaving. I have to use the restroom. 90s girl says goodbye. 80s boy says goodbye. 80s versus 90s. Who wins?
80s.